July 11th at the Garden. Co-main Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Is Jake Paul, two undisputed fights back to back, is Jake Paul good for boxing? Especially women's boxing.
This is what I was saying from the beginning, man. I was like, I think Jake Paul's special talent really is promoted. He really he can promote because he had a way of making people, he had a way of selling himself even before he became, before he even got into boxing.
Marketing genius.
Marketing genius. He brings a whole another fan base. I think him actually boxing, like the boxing world, the boxing peers, us and everything, I cracked on him. Of course I cracked on him, but I just cracked on him. But I understood his goal in the end was kind of just,
this shit
he had to get some credibility in the sport. Now you can't say you never been inside the ring, Jake Paul. You don't know what it's like because he have been inside the ring. You know what I mean? He do know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? To an extent. What's the saying? Anybody who put the gloves on, I respect, right? Jake Paul put the gloves on. You know what I'm saying? And he already got the fan base. He could be doing whatever with this fan base. And one thing about Jake Paul, like from where he came from to where he at, complete 360. Because people forget this nigga was a problem child. I think his nickname is the problem child, actually. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, hey, man, listen.
Shitty individual. So the fact that where he at now, now for real, like I don't be wanting to throw people personally, but he did some real slimy shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
but for him to be where he at now,
I get it. I ain't knocking it, right? But here's the crazy shit. Here go the crazy shit, T. Hold on, matter of fact. AC, do you want to go before I say this?
I think he's good for women's boxing for
sure. Listen. This is how crazy it is, because this part of the game. You talking about promoting and management and playing the game. Whoo! Okay. He's got his own promotional company when it comes to boxing. He's competing against everybody, including TKO. Guess who's basically a full-time wrestler? The WWE, which is basically TKO.
His brother,
Logan.
They got a reality TV show. Don't they got a reality TV show that's probably popping right now, doing 60 million views? The Pause.
Yeah, they had that joke for a while. Since that was kids, actually.
No, they just got a new one on like either Amazon or Netflix.
I know what you're saying, but they've been doing that shit for a long time. Probably they would just run around doing dumb shit a long time.
Yeah, but now you got Crazy Bread doing it though. Now you got Crazy Bread.
They still I respect they hustle because they really. I remember them little niggas, them kids. Look where the fuck they are now. So I respect.
So again, when I'm talking about like. They from Ohio, and like not to mention, and then you bring in the bomb back because she had a rough, 18 months, man.
Yes, she did.
She had rough. It was rough, my nigga, rough. So
yeah, she did.
You bringing the bomb back?
She was almost, you know what I'm saying? It was almost obsolete. It felt obsolete, right? It felt real bad.
If you saw our last fight, you kind of felt bad because you was like, it was a no contest. It was already in a little controlled spot, and like it was no.
He being nice. Control is a nice way of saying shitty.
Well, nobody in there. But it was
it was an old skating rink. It was an old barn. They turned it to a skating rink.
Bro, basically, just call it what it was. It looked like a club fight.
Looked like a club
fight. It was a club fight. A very expensive looking club fight, but still fucking club fight.
Very nice club fight.
Yeah.
But Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Because you got rid of your trainer slash cover buddy. I'll say that.
Whoa.
Your father passed. Your promoter let you go.
Whoa, Pop.
It was bad, bro. It was bad. She
Yes.
said another fight on his own.
And you go and say it. And she was going through that steroid thing, that PED thing.
Okay, you want to go there? Okay, the steroid, the steroid thing.
Don't be nice because she pretty.
All right, cool. I ain't gonna be nice. The steroid thing, and then I don't know for what reason, you got slicking with your mouth when you was with Bill. And listen, you should know better than listen. Alicia Baumgartner, I love you. You the bomb, but you're not AB. And when you was going back and forth with AB, it got ugly.
Right?
Who? I don't know. I don't know.
I haven't seen her.
I don't know. All I know is that
Bill might be with Devin right now, but he might,
if he be with her, that's great. But
my bad.
I'm just saying, like when it got down and dirty and
Josh, what's good?
He going back and forth on the social media with AB, and he started talking about
Bill,
everybody from Ohio, like he was like she kind of like it. When it got so bad, Clarissa Shields was like, I feel bad for her. Like sometimes you got to know who not to and who to.
Yeah, AB is AB, man.
Like, AB, don't forget, man. He still put all the niggas on, even though he may not be the nigga that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. Damn, it's Adrian Broner, so but he was like, damn. I thought he was gonna give her a pass. I think he was, but then he said, you know what, fuck.
He told her. He said, "Yo, get away from him."
He started dropping names. Yeah, but the way he was saying it, right, Pa, I thought he was gonna, I thought there was gonna be a warning shot video.
Bro, people forget that. People forget said, "Get away from him," and they're like that. She did a whole nother video, and then that's when AB started dropping the names. Like, bitch, you, like, nigga, these my little niggas that you fucking. So it was bad, man. It got bad.
Mike said, and I got the footage. What he said, and I got the footage. I was like,
he said, and I got the footage. I was like, oh. She probably make like it got bad for her, bro. So I feel like right about now, coming back with, you know what I'm saying, people gonna completely forget about that. She undisputed, popping up.
She gotta put this girl on her ass. She got to put this girl on her ass. She got this unfinished business. This is the same girl that was in no contest, if I'm mistaken.
I mean, the girl really ain't. I mean, the girl is like, whatever her record is, she only got one knockout. She like 12-0 some shit with one knockout.
You got to smash her. Because, she still got questions, right? She got questions still. Allegations, you know what I'm saying? She got questions. Is she go look the same? I be saying this, right? People don't be liking this, but we having a boxing conversation, right? Shit. It's like just like her and Conor being in the same boat, almost, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Her, Conor being and Ryan Garcia. Let's do that. Right? They in the same boat. That's when you supposed to drop the smoke, Pop. They in the same boat. They in the same boat.
Really. A whole lot right now. Because you're frozen right now for some reason, my nigga. You
know what I mean? So they got answers. We got to see what they look like. You know what I mean? We got to see what they look like coming back, into these fights. You know what I mean? 3 big time fighters, 3 of the biggest fighters, Yeah,
because don't act like that. Don't like if you want now, hold on, where I ain't take it down now.
Yeah, Josh, they all do. Yeah, they all got like we gotta do. Are you the same? Are you really that guy? Are you really that woman? Are you really
that woman? Right there, right? That's the egg slap right there. If you want to talk about, that's the egg slap right there.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Like this fight, all these fights is coming up all like because
Papa,
we getting popping. So,
hey, y'all know they find that man $130,000 for that
an egg slap.
130,000, Pop.
He was giving them the protein that he needed,
bruh. 130 G's. I said, bro, I have never heard of no shit. But I get it because you know the magnitude of this fight. But he said it was worth every penny. And then next week he came back like, hey man, that fine was way too big. I'm protesting that.
Yo,
I was like, I know, but I'm like, bro, damn.
he could have got salmonella.
Well, my bad, Pop. Go ahead and finish what you were saying. I
Oh,
know.
man, he slapped the shit out that damn man with a goddamn.
Yeah, he slapped
but your
the shit out, my boy.
I was on the screen when I'm telling you. That's why I was like,
He did that on purpose too, Pop.
Shit
You want to remind me that Conor Ben got slapped with the head.
Nah, but but like, did you see him on? Hold on, real quick. Hold on, because let me see this shit work. Hold
on. Did I say on post?
Nah, what you call your shit is frozen.
I'm spinning.
Nah, it just froze. There you go. Yeah, cause now I can see that shit. It was just frozen for a minute. Word, but nah. Did you see him on Piers Morgan though? Like, because if you go on to Piers Morgan, if anybody know anything,
crazy. Yeah, I'm here.
If anybody know anything about Piers Morgan,
I don't know why it ain't showing me.
It was frozen before. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm like because that shit. I don't understand.
Yeah, I should hear me still.
Yeah,
yeah, that's crazy. But go ahead.
It was They was on Piers Morgan and he was going crazy too. And if anybody know if you know who Piers Morgan is, like Piers Morgan is like he's big over there, like and like controversial and all that shit. So when he was over there, I was like, yeah, this fight got some magnitude over there. As much as they don't want to act like it, it's got some magnitude over there if it was on Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan is our Geraldo Rivera when Geraldo Rivera was popular. Piers Morgan is actually better than him. Like I watch Piers Morgan shows, even though a lot of times he be pissing me off, but I still watch his show.
That's a fact. But like Crush, what it do, brother?
What's popping? Tizzle, what's still? Oh, he was up here. Where you go? Right, what's up, AC?
I sent him know he's gonna be back up here in a second.
Cool.
What's good? Hey, okay, so we're breaking back down. How do you feel about 147? Because people keep acting. I'm saying this, Crush, and motherfuckers acting like I'm saying some crazy shit.
Hold up, Pop. You ain't even got to fill me in. How I feel about 147?
Because Boots and Stanionis are also fighting for each other belts, but the lineal is on the line right now too.
But I get that, but overall, the weight class is lighting the ass. Let's just get straight to it.
Damn, you don't like the weight class at all?
I didn't say I didn't like it. I said it's lighting the ass.
All right.
Which it is. It's not as competitive as the other marquee weight classes that we always talk about. It's not right now. And that's not no slight to anyone that's in the weight class. I mean, you can't help what's in the weight class now. I mean, and definitely the class that just got out of there, this class is a little different. And that whole entire 147 need to get to work. Everybody at 147, if you're somebody or they trying to be somebody, they just got to 147. They need to get to work. Every time it's a fucking fight card, it should be 2 goddamn 147 goddamn bouts on that bitch. They got to get busy, man. 154 is the shit.
We got a little bit. We got a little bit of work at 47 right now, though.
I mean, it's a little bit of work there, but still, compared to the other ones, it's a little behind, bro.
I ain't knocking you. Yeah, you're right. But I'm saying, like, before it was like niggas was like it was dead.
I didn't get the link, John, about that.
Yeah, go back. Yeah. But before,
I think
man, was dead, man.
My bad. Go ahead, Pop.
Yeah.
It was dead, man. For like for a minute, that shit was like dead, like done deal, like gone.
So let me ask you this. What do you think about Tiger and Rohan?
Yoda.
I like Tiger. I like Tiger.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we got
Yeah,
Tiger.
man. Let's get more
I like-
Tiger love going around the community, man. He deserves it, bro.
I like Tiger.
He
Always
deserves it.
did
Let's get
like
more
him.
Tiger
You know what I
love,
mean?
bro.
My man T put me on the fucking Tiger. That's the first
Get
person
some
that
more
put
Tiger
me on
love,
the
man.
fucking Tiger.
That man like Clay, he Clay right now, bro. That man could be the greatest. Really, he really could. Like he got all the measurables. He got the ability. You know what I mean? He just gotta, he gotta grow into himself. I think he gonna be all right.
He looked good his last fight. I think he
gonna be one of them ones. I think he's one like
the way he stopped. It's like he stopped, homie. But the way he stopped, and that nigga did not know where the fuck he was and making faces. He was like, "Wait a minute, what did he hit me with? Because my face feel funny. Like my face looked numb."
He quit. His power is his speed, and he long range
and
with
it. That body.
And we didn't see him make him fight on the inside, so we didn't seen him in the fire already. A few times.
I think to be real with you, I think he's thrown into his body, man, and he's strong as shit at 147.
He looks good at 147. That's the weight.
That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, what if in the next 3, 4, 5 fights, Tiger may catch a Rashidi Evans?
Bro, I think next year, Pop, next 2025, I think 2026. Man, I think he just had one fight, give him another fight, maybe a December fight after, a middle of the year fight. You know what I'm saying? Give him a mind to 2026, maybe 2026 summer. Man, I think he'd be ready. To
the big fight in that division for me looking forward. You feel what I'm saying? Is that Rohan and Tiger get in the ring?
Ooh, I like that little fight. Like, that's like Boots. That's like Boots Norman Jr. I feel you on that.
Yeah, that's like I can see that happening.
It's like hey, y'all heard? I said it's like Boots Norman Jr. That's like Boots Norman Jr. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit's like, oh my god.
Like, that's the fight. That's the prospect fight. Polanco with Tiger. Oh yeah. Oh man. I know a fight we stumbled upon the other day. We was in shooting shit, and somebody, it was quick. She was like, and I thought you said Troy Isley. I was talking about Jahad Tucker fighting Troy Williamson.
It is Troy Williamson,
bro. Imagine Jahad Tucker and Troy fucking Isley, bro.
They had 160, bro. They had 160.
Lord,
they had 160. I keep telling you,
that was my guys. I was like, oh my Lord,
bro. All last year. Nobody that Jahad fought made weight, and he was at 160. Everybody was 162, 160 something else. Everybody he fought last year, and we remember how he looked last year. Everybody was impressed.
Jahad skill, man. He got skill. I like him. I like little dude. He's skilled.
So I mean, Troy, if you're gonna stay there,
that's an old young nigga right there. But we tell about where you fight. That's an old young nigga. Like Emmanuel Augustus then took over his. Emmanuel Augustus came back inside of Jahad Tucker.
You gotta be in the bro. Like
I swear I'm watching like a nigga from the 80s or something, a 70s fighter or some shit. The way he be fighting.
Bro, listen, I'll be real with you. Like, bro,
his movements.
I sat down with Joe Dini. and kicked it with him. And that's the nigga that, like, you know what I'm saying, really the body shots, the punches.
What's the black dude now? Bald head nigga. Moved up a couple weight classes, bald head nigga. He had like the little rock defense, little rock style. Dang, he was cold as fuck.
What weight did he want? What's the last
weight? It was like middleweight, like middle. We think it was like 50. He came like 50, 68. Up when they started making them new, damn, it's a black nigga, but he was one of them ones, y'all. Damn.
Yeah, with a bald head.
Bald head, black dude, like, man, mean looking.
Was it the Barkley nigga? Was it the Barkley?
No, not Barkley, not Ian. How the fuck you remember Ian?
You talking about Ike Cortez?
No, not Cortez. Where he?
Jermaine Teller?
No, you getting hot though. It's before Taylor, but
okay, hold up.
A little before him.
Taylor.
Like Roy Jones. Roy Jones.
What you talking about? James Toney?
James fucking Toney. That's who Tucker.
Oh, lights out,
like, bro.
Lights
out. Fucking James.
Oh, all right.
Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? When he get doing that shit, he get doing that shit.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, man.
James fucking Toney, dog.
Hold on, man. Like how one of them, man. Like I don't be trying to like, but nah, man. I keep one of them. You know what I'm saying? Jahad one of them, man. Like, listen, bro. Listen,
I like
that's
Jahad.
me. That's me and Joe right there at Fridays in CI.
Yeah.
You see how much taller I am than Joe, right?
Yeah.
You see Joe fucking fist, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, that's a little dude with a big man fist. So all I'm saying is like, you know what, T? You know what? Most motherfuckers don't know shit
I
about
know
boxing.
shit about boxing.
I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? Because you was like, because look, when we talk pound for pound, right?
Look, he doing it right there to the left. On the picture to the left, he doing like the look, you know what I'm saying?
Pull counter.
You know what I'm saying? Like he got an old school kind of little style though. Where he throw his shit. He be like he throw them jumps round, then he duck under, then he'll throw another jump. He'll duck back under. You know, he'll get the boom boom.
Now here's the crazy shit about that is that
he 22. He got
20. and Crush. He ain't trying to kill himself for the weight because remember he started at 140.
Right, I remember.
He skipped 47, I think, went to 54.
I fuck with Jahad. I fuck with Jahad just like
now he at 60. He ain't waiting for niggas, bro. He ain't waiting. So that's what you call pound for pound. He's a pound for pound fighter.
And they got 160.
But he's at 160 from 40 to 60. Started at 17.
22.
So last 5 years.
That's a big motherfucker, dog. That's a big nigga, dog. That's a big. If he basically started at 22. I mean at 60, pretty much. He basically started at 60.
Yeah, 16, 17 years old.
In my video, I said, man, Jahad might fuck around and get undisputed at 160 just off some longevity shit. Cause I think with his body type, he could sit there forever. He could be like the arrow of, you know what I'm saying, of 160 at 22 years old. Like he could get
and he's mean. And he's mean in the ring. He's mean and he don't care about the smoke. Like he'll do some shit to you in that ring. So like coming up to that card, like you right, T, that card crazy.
That card crazy. Crazy.
After that fight, we got.
He said, now I want to see Jahad versus Troy Ass. Now, that's one of the ones. That's one of the ones.
That's some video game shit. Like I hope the niggas go to the damn watch it. That's some video game shit. You
can my guys, I don't want to see it, but I want to see it. You know, I really don't want to see it yet, but I do want to see it. I don't think I'm ready for it. Like Nick, I don't think I'm ready for it just yet.
I got Jahad in that fight though. I'm gonna take
tough. That's tough.
I'm gonna take Jahad on that one. Win or lose, I'm gonna take Jahad on that one. That's what I got.
Jahad came on the show, man. I met Troy Asley in person, in Atlanta. Man, that's I thought.
Word. Jahad came. Matter of fact, y'all. Crush, was you there? You remember when Jahad came on T-Shit?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it was before the fucking fight in Connecticut.
Yeah, I was there.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I fought with Troy too, but I'm gonna take Jahad on that one, man.
Them folks tough. That's because both them some boxing ass niggas.
That's a pick 'em.
That's
them some boxing ass niggas. Right?
12-round fight, like
them some.
I don't want to wait for they either in an eliminator or one got a belt or some shit, but that's a 12-round fight. I don't like. I think a 12-round fight.
12-round fight for sure.
12-round fight. That ain't no 8 rounds. That ain't no 10 rounds. That's a 12-round joint.
That's an on down the. That's an on down the pipe.
So you know,
I think Troy ready though. It's like see, we throw him in there. I think Troy ready.
I mean, he ready. I think he ready. I think Jahad ready. But
Jahad ready, but he's so young, bro. Let's I don't know. Let's just let's keep him on the track that he. But he fighting Troy Williams. That's a former champ. That's what I'm saying. Like
that's what you're saying.
It's a former champ though. He fighting this Saturday. Troy Williamson. It's a former champ he fighting. So
that ain't no easy fight. Neither.
He young, but he got some season on him. T.
He do. You know who we coming like young boy. Remember Winky Wright? Remember he was like undefeated. And then he took that loss to that foreign dude that time, and then he still became Winky Wright in any fucking way. That's kind of like that's how I see Jahad career going. Like
yo, Crush, I keep telling you, the guy I showed, the little short nigga I showed, Zab Super Jeweler was his sparring partner.
Yeah, I remember you told me. I remember you first talking.
Not the other way around. Zab was the punching bag.
Yeah, but them big ass goddamn fists. His goddamn fist is about as big as your face.
That's what I was saying. We was sitting there drinking. He was like, nigga, what when I walked up to him, he was like, what took you so long? I know who the fuck you is. What you want to talk about? And now I start, you know what I'm saying? like this, and that's when I was like, and he was like, man, as soon as, because if you go back and watch, it's no bullshit. We all seen it. We said it. If you go back and watch, and he said once Ja stop slapping niggas and start turning his punches over, you're gonna see a difference. Because sometimes when you catch him with the good shots, you know you catching him with that. But when you catching him with that,
he got to find his balance too. Sometimes, hey, look, sometimes Jahab be trying to get a nigga ass out of there too early. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying. I didn't see him come out there and just straight fight niggas. I don't be liking that either though. He do it. He got to find his balance though. That's why like him and Tiger like they like Clay bro. They got all.
It's a balance.
Yeah, they got all of them.
It's a balance between Joe and because his pops is the head trainer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then and then there's a balance because like everything that Joe done taught him, like I said, he got names for punches and for shit like that combo. He got names for shit that can happen. That's what Joe taught him. So then when you put that in together with what his dad taught him, and then it's like he like this year, like last year, he seemed to put it all together the way he was doing shit to niggas like niggas like playing, and then he ended up getting it together.
He will definitely put it together.
You know, he ended up putting it together. So I think like just right about now, I don't think Troy can get him. But I want to go on to
Troy Isley, my bad. Oh, Troy.
Yeah, I don't think Troy like I like to be real with you, T. Since you interviewed him and then you went and checked, he was like, man, he been fighting the ringer since he goddamn started his career.
I really have.
Everybody put in the ring when they trying to be like, oh, he gonna lose, get him up out of here.
Matching him up pretty tough.
Every fight, he gets no rich. He gets rest in peace. He gets no rich homie Quan. He get no walkthroughs. He get no walkthroughs. Everybody he beat, niggas, they battle tested.
Him and Troy. Speaking of Troy, him and Troy out like, bro. I'm like, them folks. Troy got a couple cupcakes. He like his last fight, he got a cupcake, right? But I'm like, damn, about time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I ain't got no cupcakes.
Tiger too.
Giving them.
Hey, Tiger too. Like they've been like those dudes, them three in particular. I'm like, bro, I'm like, they match be count up.
Tiger. They no love for Brian Roman Jr.
Like, do y'all want them to win? Do y'all want them to win?
Y'all having this conversation, but y'all forgetting about Conwell, bro. Like, yo,
bro, he's on like.
I'm talking about young boy. We talking about young boy. We talking
about AC.
We talking about young boy. We talking about young boys, AC.
Yeah, right. We still talking about straight top rank. We ain't even left top rank. When it go to there, I kind of want to have Ohio up there because I don't want to say no shit that you know what I'm saying, because like when I speak to him, because he's like Charles Conwell, maybe this is his last fight on Golden Boy.
He should be a contender by now. He really should. Like his talent wise, he is, but why is he not a contender? I said this before on her, but I'm asking y'all.
All right, all right, cool.
Why is he not a contender?
All right, it's no all right. Earl Spence is a real dude, and what he said years ago really sticks. You don't know how to promote no black fighters. So Charles Conwell, if he makes Charles Conwell, he puts him in a fight with another person that has a name. Why won't you put Charles Conwell versus Virgil Ortiz, who you already know why you ain't even done that. That's an in-house fight that definitely gonna push somebody to the top to get a belt. Charles Conwell ain't gonna be taking no step aside money, no pay me extra to fight this nigga so I don't go get no belt. No, Charles Conwell's a problem. We all know that. So this is his last fight with Golden Boy. I don't see why he would sign back if he's trying to gain legacy. So you could see him not speculating nowhere, but this is like the last fight on the shit, because everybody was saying that he's about to get this he's headlining the card, but when you go look up the guy Boxrec, it get to one of them. So You don't want to be stuck in no shit like that. And a lot of people he's the boogeyman at 54 on some real shit. So him going to 60, don't think that won't happen in a little bit neither, because it's only 6 pounds. You know what I'm saying? He's a big ass dude. A lot of people don't want to fight Charles Conwell. So
I could see him probably being picked up by Top Rank or maybe DAZN. I would even stretch it out to be like, maybe Frank Warren might want him because he just knows the value of him. You feel what I'm saying? And he could get him some good fights. I don't know who Frank Warren would have for him or whatever, but either way, one of those UK promoters, I think everything would wind up being a cross promotion type of thing, because I think most of the big names at if he's talking 160, most of the big names at 160 are at least tied to DAZN or Top Rank, if I'm correct. You feel what I'm saying? So if he's gonna stay at 50, if he's gonna stay at 54, and this is his last jump off with Oscar, maybe he should try to go over and see if he could get a deal with Top Rank to get that Xander fight. But I don't know if they be willing to let Xander fight at Charles Conwell. But they talk about letting Xander fight,
he just got in the ring with Fundora.
Yeah, with Fundora. So who knows, man? Who knows? He's just in a fucked up position right now because he's nice. Everybody knows he's nice, and don't nobody want to lose to him.
Yeah, he's being avoided.
Definitely.
Yeah, right, being avoided, because even after the tragedy what happened,
right,
when he came back, he still looked just as dangerous. So everybody's trying to get in there.
Yeah.
No disrespect, just like what? Then somebody just passed away in the ring, like what? Just like this last week, this weekend.
I think so. The weekend before, so.
Word. So, and ain't nobody gonna be in no rush to get in there with Charles Conwell.
Yeah, I like Conwell too, man. He's nice. He's a problem. It's wow. It's some heat there, man. It's some heat there, boy.
I like a lot of other guys at 54, but Conwell is like my guy at 54.
54, man.
Like he's the problem. That's the Matrix right there. That's the nigga that come in and just put his chest out and let you do all that pity pat shit like Neo was doing to Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith just threw his chest out and walked up on him and was like, "What, nigga? Blah, let me punch through this brick wall. Let me punch through this cylinder." That's how this nigga Charles Conwell is to me.
Yeah. Real quick, man. It's if it's any weight class or weight classes that really just like got me foaming for shit, 154 and 140. But outside those two weight classes, there are like certain matchups I would like to see that actually got me like foaming at the mouth to see. You know what I'm saying? If they happen, they happen. If they don't, they don't. It's just boxing, but I just learned watching boxing my entire life, man. Sometimes it's not really about the fight we didn't get. It's about the other fights that we did get, because we're not going to get to see everything. But see, this is the reason why we don't really go about with the original Four Kings. Perfect example. We don't say nothing else about their resume. You know why? Because leading up to them fighting each other, they fought really the best of the best. All four of them. But see, we don't get that in today's boxing. And this is the reason why we get on these cats, because they're not doing it in the same manner that they want to be compared to. they're wrong for it, and the fans they just fall right into it. That's the wrong thing to do. Before you even think about comparing yourself to some shit that you know is great, you better be on it. You better be on a journey in your career to be doing some great shit. We ain't really seen too much great shit, in my honest opinion. Not shitting on everything, but there's only a handful of fights that we can say in the past 5 years that was actually great, you know. But we can say there's a lot of good ones. But see, that's the difference. These guys is just not getting in there for whatever reason. If the fighter's fault, the promoter's fault, it's just this era. I just had to accept that reality. So I take it for what it is, and I speak on for what I see. And I just leave it there. All that extra shit, people got to put sauce on this and sauce on that. And if you can't talk boxing without hate, I don't want to hear you speak. Because we talking about boxing. We supposed to be building and going back and forth about boxing, not putting any hate up on it or in it. We talking about a sport. What we bringing hate into the conversation for? It's not good. And any motherfucker who throwing hate in their shit and they think they building and cooking, you're not. You're not. Get that conversation out of boxing. Say that shit for shit. This boxing. You ain't talking boxing, you throwing hate out there. But if you speaking facts and calling things straight down the middle on everybody, that's cool because that's what you're supposed to do. But a lot of these jokers be talking hate, bro, and I'll be ready to go right through the line and just slice their throat, bro. I want to hear that whining shit. I want to hear some grown folk talking, building and talking on the sweet science of the sport. But I guess those type of conversations kind of make the shit interesting too. But goddamn, give it a break sometime. That's all I got to say, man. Shit. That's all I got to say, man.
Crush, you gonna go
What up,
through
Blue?
the Crush, you gonna go through the line and cut a nigga, slice a nigga
I'll be ready
with
to
the razor
cut
blade.
him, bro. Not hurt him, but just cut him. Like cut it out. Give him a little cut it out joint to the throat, little chop to the throat. Cut it out.
I got you. Look, the hand chop to the throat with the I see what you said, hit him with the throat,
Yeah. Cut him with the finger chop. You know what I'm saying? Cool out, man. But it's all good because some of this shit is comical, man. And I think for boxing minds, for everyone on this panel, that just makes it easier meat to cook. It's already tenderized. That's all you gotta do is do everything else to it, man. But it is what it is. But I tell you what, some of these fighters, they need to get they worse than these goddamn fans, man. And protection agency for a lot of these fighters gotta stop, man. Let's keep it real on what these guys be doing. They all do some goofy shit at some point. Most of them. They all do some goofy shit. They said some goofy shit, they did some goofy shit, did some nut ass shit. It's fucked up. It is what it is. That's why we be wishing those guys get their ass beat. You hear me? I'll be honest with y'all and everybody. I'm hoping that there's a couple fighters I really want them to get really fucking hurt. I don't want them to unallow, but I really want them to get hurt. You know how Manny spent that time in the hospital that fucking around with you guys? Some of these fighters need that type of boot to ass, man. Seriously. They just needed they file with their mouth. They saying what they want to say. A lot of that shit ain't entertainment. You really mean that shit. You're lucky I ain't one of them fighters. My license would have been suspended. And you can't wait till the fight. Oh, we might not even get to the damn negotiating table. So I'm out to just fuck this motherfucker up right now on site since talking this bullshit. Or you want to be delivering watermelon bananas? I'm about to drop some on your motherfucking head. Your whole face gonna be looking like watermelons and bananas, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
So real quick, let me ask you and Blue Crush. Do you think Jake Paul is good for women's boxing?
For who boxing?
Women's boxing.
He's great for women's boxing, man. I say he's great. He's great for women's boxing. He's the only one that really been, he's there for women's boxing. So regardless of him being a fake boxer, what I think he doing in the motherfucking ring, I'm still gonna call it straight down the middle. Yes, he is. you know, and hopefully he goes full-fledged even to it even more, because women boxing need more, a little bit of everything, because they gets it in. And a lot of us, we gotta be showing, man, I don't give a fuck what you say, watching no women boxing, but they gets it the fuck in. It ain't a woman match that I can say that was boring. No matter if I know the name or not, they gets it the fuck in, man. And I think they deserve a little more of everything. And he's great for it, because you know he didn't help get some money in some people's pockets, and you know him promoting more, even help casuals and bring more people to women's boxing for those big names, you know, for Amanda and so he's great for women's boxing. You know what I'm saying? So let him keep on pushing. I guess once he slowed down with having fun with his young self, because he's having fun, I understand. But stop playing around with the main sport. You know what I'm saying? And just go ahead, man. I think he can do great things for women boxing as far as a promoter, man.
You know he did sign Alicia, right?
Yeah, I heard
Lisa
about that.
Baumgartner.
Yeah, so that's
Lisa
dope,
Baumgartner.
man. That's dope. So yeah, I think he's great.
It's July 11th. She fighting.
Yeah, go ahead, Blue.
Yeah, I think he's good for it. I'm gonna put you like this. I think Jake Paul is good for boxing no matter what. God damn. This is a cage. So y'all see. Anyway, my bad. Yeah, I think he is good for boxing. Even though we might not like the way, he moves just in certain areas. But for promoting and everything like that, I think he's good for boxing. And for women too. Because he's giving the women the payday
Good for
which they
boxing,
deserve.
great for
You see
women.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What'd you
Good
say?
for boxing, good for boxing, great for women's boxing.
Yeah, good for boxing,
You see
good
what
for
I'm
women
saying?
boxing. That's
Because
exactly, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Because the simple fact is, you got to look at it like this. He's doing certain things. I might not like the way he cherry picks his fights, but no matter what, he's still doing what he got to do when it comes to promoting. So you know what I'm saying. So I can dig it. That's why I can't hate. You know what I'm saying? And he's taking the time to actually get in there and become a professional fighter. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Like at first, I felt some kind of way, but now I'm good now.
Yeah. Then I heard from some people that been around him a few times, spoke to him, from what I say, cool report. So yeah, he, like T said, that's what I meant. Good for boxing, great for women boxing. Yeah. He could actually wind up being great for boxing if he just,
Yeah,
when he's
because he
done
do got
having
he got a different fan base. Man, my daughters be watching Jake Paul fights.
Yeah, I tell you what, I take the invasion of Jake Paul trying to do some of the men boxing. I take with some goddamn turkey, motherfucking goddamn bacon. I'm gonna just
I
said
feel
it.
about Dana White. Hey, Chris, since we're here, right? Hey, feel about Dana White, then, Yoda. Yeah. Pop, drop the smoke. Pop.
Drop the motherfucking smoke. Pop, yeah, right. Got the smoke.
How you feel about Dana White?
You know what I'm saying?
They feel about Dana White in boxing, Yoda.
Oh, fuck Dana White. Get the fuck out of here. Don't bring that bullshit over here, Dana White. I might have to have somebody pull up on you. You ain't gonna come over and try to get in men boxing and this and this. They gotta go through enough. You see what I'm saying? You want to come down here?
Now, hold on. Now, T, hold on, T, no, because you here. Now, I told everybody the prices and everything, right?
Yeah.
All right, now, nigga, I didn't dig it up out of the archives. You did.
Yeah.
And now, like, you didn't pull up the other night, but nigga was like, man, who the hell gonna be fighting for that shit? But we already had a discussion on that though, right? Like, nigga, this is gonna.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro, those numbers is different,
like,
bro.
The way they was.
Them numbers is different.
The way they was explaining it, they ain't gonna be able to sign like none of the top boxers. You know what I mean? It's like for 750,000 for a title fight. But them in between guys and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He gets some in between.
And Turkey got his own set of fighters too. I'm thinking Turkey is going to be the guy to bring the names in. He got Canelo signed to him directly. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking he gonna be the guy. He actually him and Bud fight is gonna be the first Man, I think actually Canelo go fight Skull on TKO banner. I think they didn't did that shift now actually, but him and Bud will be the first big fight. First pay-per-view when I think Skull will be pay-per-view too. But yeah, I think he is gonna fight Skull on TKO though. But him and Bud, go be fighting under that banner too. So I'm thinking the headliners may be the Turkey fighters. That's what I'm thinking. Like the big bucks.
The big bucks. But he right about that. Here we go.
All right, cool.
For a 10-round bout by unranked fighter, 20 grand.
So 20 grand for a guy from 1 to we'll say 10 fights, right? 1 to 8 fights, really pretty much like something like that, right? Up in there. Like
if
1 to 10 fights.
Yeah, if he's not ranked, because the ranking go to what, 15?
Right. So about his first fight to his 10th fight, he'll get about 20 grand to fight.
He get 20 grand. When ranked by the company at number 5 to number 10, you get 50. So you get 20 up until you rank to number 10.
Right. So you get 20 grand per fight, pretty much.
So let me ask you the question.
They said they want to give the fighters about 3 fights a month. They said 3 fights. They said like a fight every 3 months or something. They said what they want to do, get each fighter 3 fights a year, at least a fight every 3 months. That's what they said, something like that. Go ahead.
Go ahead, AC. What you about to ask before because I got more. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask, was when you're talking about the rankings, that's just specifically the WBO, or is that, I mean, whatever
their rankings. They're gonna have a 1 through 32.
Remember,
they'll have a 1 through 32 ranking system. It'll be a 1 through 32.
Yeah, because each
they brought somebody in to help them with the ranking system shit.
Like here's the fuckboy shit. The dude that Janabek is fighting is actually ranked in the top 10 of his own country, but he's ranked a much lower number globally. So how are they going to be judging these rankings?
He got his own ranking.
Their own rankings 1 through 32 in their ranking system by the fighters.
Wow, that's crazy work.
Like so like you want it. It's like, I mean, don't get mad.
Yeah, 1 through 32. They kind of run it. Hey, let me give y'all an example. They kind of run it like he did the UFC a little bit, like as far as the ranking system go. It's almost the same. They got a set of fighters. Boom, they all on the list, and they put them in fights. But yeah, 1 through 32. So you get paid 20,000 up until you reach the top 5.
Until like 10. The top 10.
Top 10, yeah. So yeah, you get paid 20,000 until you reach top 10. Then when you get to 10, you get 50,000.
Yeah.
A fight.
Okay, so when ranked by the company between number 3 and number 4, you get 125,000 a fight.
Oof.
Now, when challenging for the company championship, you get 375,000 a fight.
So when you're the challenger, you get 375.
Get 375. Here's the kicker. Here's the big money, fellas. When defending the company championship, you get a whopping $750,000.
Yeah, so the champ gets 7. So every championship fight, you get 750,000. So if you can get a couple, if you can become the champ and get a couple fights after that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But now for guys like I was talking about, like guys like
Vlad and Ellis and certain people who can't get fights, bro. Like these niggas can get
like Michael Fox, like my boy Michael Fox, Alontaze Fox, guys like that, shit like that. But they going there, you know what I'm saying? They try to run they, run their back.
Running niggas' pockets up real quick. You know what I'm saying?
If they
and fight somewhere else.
If you do that right on your 3-year plan in that, but you might make some money if you got a 3-year plan in TKO. You know what I'm saying? You can make some money. You know what I mean?
That's motherfuckers who really need that shit. That's just But them niggas that's been already
and I'm thinking like they just gonna buy a headliner like Bud versus Canelo, go be on a TKO card.
Niggas that's been making millions of dollars, you ain't gonna be telling them, hey man.
Hell nah. Like niggas like you said, niggas like Bud them, no, they're not fucking with that.
Like Shakur ain't about to fight on that. Shakur ain't about to get on game $300, like $750,000. They've been making millions.
It might be a main event on one of them cards though. Like he could possibly bring a fight to main event on the TKO card. He would get more than the standard. Because I'm thinking Turkey is gonna buy the bigger fights because that's what it's looking like. honestly, like because the headliner guys don't necessarily the way that I've been hearing it put out is, you know, I think William and Canelo gonna be TKO, and then they gonna do Bud and Canelo TKO. Like those gonna be TKO fights. But they not signing TKO though. But they gonna be the main events. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Bud and Canelo, they're fighting on Amazon Prime.
Nah,
Aren't
he
they?
not with PBC no more.
No, I thought that was supposed to be. I thought that fight was supposed to be. No, it ain't supposed to be with Netflix. It's supposed to be with. I thought it was supposed to be with Amazon.
Nah, it's not Amazon. Canelo not with PBC no more. He was about to go back, and then Turkey jumped in. He signed with Turkey. Yeah, he signed with Turkey right before he was about to go back.
Oh, so he signed with TKO. Okay.
Yeah, he signed with TKO. Yeah, yep, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Shit,
So
I see. I smell.
Now I don't know this for a fact though, but in my mind, I'm thinking Turkey is gonna be buying the main events. Like they're gonna be his fight. Like you might see Hamza main event. You'll see Canelo. You'll see Bud type shit. You'll see what's the boy name? Abel, the guy that just stopped Zhang. Him. He one of his guys. You'll see him on that. I think
he got a roster of niggas like, hey, listen, man, I got some bread for y'all to make. You know, you niggas want to fight 3-4 times a year. It is what it is. Like, it may be a bonus if you get a knockout or some shit, but
type shit. You know what I mean?
That's how that go. Like, like that's gonna make niggas hone their craft, and then you gonna see
that's for prospects. And that's for prospects, but that's enough to get a prospect to focus only on.
Okay, so hold on, Skinny. So they are. So they're gonna have a system to where it's like they're gonna have it for prospects also, and then main events. Okay, 2 different payrolls.
Now look, Blue. Don't give me the line on you, Blue. I'm just what I'm doing with
No. You good. You ain't lying. I'm just saying if that's what you're hearing, because that makes sense. Because I was assuming that it would be like, I was assuming that he would like at first the way they were putting it out made it seem like he's only going to be working with the prospects. You see what I'm saying?
Mostly it is going to be.
Yeah, and then but then that's when I was kind of questioning. That's going to force people to fuck with him to get those big fights, you know what I'm saying? But at the same token, it's going to force people to go other ways too, to other promotional companies. That's what I was thinking. But if he's making it like that, where, you know, he's still doing main events and he's still paying people, but he's also doing it to where he's paying people, you know what I'm saying, giving people more incentive for, you know, the prospects. That's cool. Like everybody's making it seem like he's really out to, you know what I'm saying, like take over and really, you know, at the end of you know, after he gets solidified, after he's like put in a position to where he's been in the game for a while, like with TKO, he's gonna show his true colors and be like, "Nah, this is how it's really gonna go." But I don't think like that. I don't think this is what he means, man. I think he really wants to, you know, just see the best fight the best, and he's trying to get it to where there's more structure to it. But maybe I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
No, it's good, nigga. Everybody got their opinion on how they gonna run it.
I want to see what this shit gonna look like. Honestly, I'm really curious to see.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna hate on it, man. And how Bob and them coming up talking about, you know, 1 minute they saying they hate it, they gonna sign, you know, they joining together to be against it. Next minute, no, we're not joining together, we're with it. And now you hear some other people. I hear they flip flopping left and right.
I was telling Paul, I'm like, bro, in the end, they probably all go end up working together. Like they probably
that makes more sense.
Under damn near that TKO thing, they probably go all end up.
But don't that make more sense, fam? Like fuck all that bullshit shenanigans, man.
I kind of wish it would happen because we've been asking for this shit for years. Like, bro, everybody needs to be under one banner. They need to just make everybody fight. And I actually asked for. I said it wouldn't be bad a UFC structure.
And take away all these belts.
They do gotta have PBC and top ranked fighters too.
Yeah, you know, and then take away all the extra belts, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make it one belt. That way you have to fight each other. The best gotta fight the best, man. I'm with that shit.
But if you do that though, you got to raise that 750,000. Like that.
That
shit is not go fly with, you know, fucking like you said, Shakur and Devin and them niggas like that.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they got that as a guaranteed purse for certain people, and then if you bring in pay-per-view numbers and they actually give you fucking pay-per-view numbers, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking it's mostly for, you know, for the, you know, the people who know it's for them. You get what I'm saying? Like the UFC, it's based on standard contract. You know what I mean? And the people who want more, they give pushback and they get more money in it. You get what I'm saying? Type sense. But yeah, it's just that's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be. Mostly it's gonna be a base, but you gotta think most prospects ain't go a nigga that's 4-0. He ain't gonna give a fuck about making 20,000. 3, you know, that's enough to get a dude who got a job and box. That's enough to get him all the way in the ring, 20,000 fight. You know what I'm saying? That's enough to get him out of doing his job to focus on boxing. So he'll be a much better prospect. You know, you get what I'm saying? That's really who is for is what it sounded like to me. You know what I mean? Type shit. Or niggas like Blood and Flirt who could be looking. Oh, I'm finna run through these niggas. Blood can go in there and collect. You know what I'm saying? Blood. You get what I'm saying? Niggas like
Oh, that nigga, you know what I'm saying?
We'll throw Charles. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he go. You know what I'm saying? He can get in there. Boom. He gonna be making $1 million to fight. 3 fights per year. It's about $2 million. You know what I mean? That's about what he would get. 2 fights a year, 500,000. That's about what he would get, right? You know what I mean? He'll get like 1.6, 1.7.
If Black can get over there, he can get in that top 10 ranking real quick with a fight and get a win.
Yeah,
but,
so,
you know,
he's not even the prospect, so he wouldn't even start at 10,000. I mean 20,000. I'm thinking Blair. He might they fights like that. Probably he got to win over Adrian Broner. You know what I mean? He's not gonna start. He's not gonna start at 20,000.
Go over, yeah.
He might start at the 50 or 100. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be real. You fuck around if you need to sell a card, man. You can have him co-main.
Main, yeah, type shit.
You need to sell the car, when you got a pill, man, and you got the swagger shit. Like people just want to be like, man, what the fuck he just say? No, he did. Yes, he did. He said that. But here's somebody I want to talk about. He ain't been making 135 last few fights. They've been like catch weights and shit like that. Abdullah Mason.
Yeah, he fight this weekend.
How much longer y'all think Abdullah gonna be sitting around his weight class?
I honestly think with how at his age, I think he can sit. I think he'll sit there for shit as long as he need to. I think that's where he want to be right now.
Abdullah, his body frame to me look like he gonna wake up one morning and be like, "Dad, I can't make 135 no more. I gotta go up to 147."
Word.
He just looked like that type of dude. That
I don't think it's gonna be a day. I think it's gonna be a night after one of them.
Yeah,
fights.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's gonna be a night after you like, hey, you know what, pops? Yeah, I think I'm done with this.
His pajamas is gonna be mad small and mad young looking on him.
Nigga have to go get a whole new wardrobe.
For real. Like he just looked like he just gonna go through that. Like we all know dudes who was built like Abdullah that went through that. Next time you see them, these dudes is looking like they're about 200 and something pounds,
I was just trying to say, I think he got the boost thing going on right now. I think eventually that's gonna happen to Boots, but right now I think they were you know.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying about Boots. I'm like, Boots, man, you playing you. I don't know, bro. Maybe y'all got some kind of super scientists over there, man.
Trying to get undisputed first before
you look like, man. You look like you about an afternoon nap away from waking up, and you can't make 147 or 150.
Boots already said. Boots said I eat anything I want. I just work out more than everybody else. He said I work. He said I eat. I work out.
Even when you talk to people who are like heavy into working out and all of that other kind of stuff, they'll tell you got to give your muscles rest. So if that's your regimen, you're actually starting to slowly deplete your power and your strength. You feel what I'm saying? Strength and power are two different things. So if you're not letting the body rest, you're taking away from both of them at the same time, which is in some cases kind of rare. You feel what I'm saying? Especially when it comes down to dietary shit and then trying to fit it into your workout. You got to let that body rest and let the muscles recover. Because sometimes I would just go on the workout binge and then not work out for like a whole month and then go back into the gym. And it seemed like I'm lifting everything that's in the gym with no problem. Like, wow, I feel strong as hell. So
now when you get to their level and shit, they do other shit. Like they got like cryogenic bags and
yeah,
shit.
I get all of that. I mean, that's why I said the scientific part. He gotta have some like super team that allow him to keep doing that and
You know that
he
he got one of them them bags. He probably got the machine damn near, not even the bag. He probably got the machine joint, the joint you actually walk into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, he probably got some more of this shit going on. But now Boots him and the dudes, like right, I think they like same like kind of frame, you know what I'm saying? But I think right now with where they at with their athleticism, they could make the weight right now. You know what I mean? With where they at right now, for sure. I think they both got. I think Abdullah can make that at least comfortable. Him and Boots by another 2 years at least if they wanted to.
Nah, I don't see Boots. I don't see. There's no way I see Boots at 47. That beard be hiding.
We already almost
hiding the fact that he be sucked down. And
we already almost halfway through this year. You know what I'm saying? So he got just to know this fight. Who he go fight next?
I mean, if he was active,
he got at least like two more fights, right? Unless Brian Norman unified or somebody unified, he got at least 2 more fights there. So that's at least the middle of next year.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. I just, for me, I've been screaming for Boots to go up to 160 for a minute, bro. Ever since he said that out of his face, you feel what I'm saying? I was like, there you go, bro. That's where you belong, because you look like a big dude for that. And then I'm seeing some of the pictures of some of the fighters that he was sparring with, and it's like, how are these guys in bigger weight classes?
I think he may end up there.
Yeah, I said, how are you bigger than some guys that are in bigger weight classes than you? Like that shit is crazy.
Yeah, I think he may end up there for sure.
Mm-hmm. I hope so, bro. I hope so, because I think Boots at a heavier weight class. Let's just say starting at 160.
Not yet though.
160 to 175. I think that.
I'm against the Boots moving up right now. So I want him to show this jump up first. I want him to show this jump up. Then he can move.
I'm still like, look, everything from 160 to 175. I think you could run that. You could run that gamut.
Then he can go get 54. You know what I'm saying? Then he can go get undisputed at 54 because it's gonna be the same thing. I ain't gonna be nobody to fuck with him up there when he go up there. True enough, if you're asking me. True enough. He still got to do it, but you know what I mean. But I most definitely want him to get undisputed at 47 first. Stenolis will be the first fight. Then he halfway there. After that, he got about next year. About this time next year, he should be fighting for. This time next year, right? Should be his next fight for.
Listen. I got full confidence in Boots getting undisputed, right? But at the same time, I'm like, man, that carrying shit just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I understand styles make fights, but
exactly.
I just feel like I feel like honestly somebody can knock his ass off. You know what I'm saying?
All these folks can get knocked out. He can knock somebody's ass out too, Blue.
No. What I'm saying is I expect him to dominate. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to really say.
Like, you feel me, Blue? Like he can knock somebody else out too. You know,
no. We know that. We know that.
He really can though. Like he might go in there and dust a nigga ass up real quick.
Look, he can go in there like Stanley Honest. You know what I'm saying? Stanley Honest could be the person that he shows out on. You know what I'm saying?
Look, and I'm throwing this out there too, which Honest, man. He been out for a long time, bro. And Boots not the guy.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I'm like
Boots not the guy you want to be fighting off long layoffs and shit. That's not the young brother you want to be fighting off long layoffs. That's not the brother you want. You have to, on your best day. That's gonna be a fucking fight. So you damn sure don't want to fight him on the layoff. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see Boots fight Brian Norman Jr., bro. I want to see that fight, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that's the fight.
I want to see that fight bad, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because that nigga Brian Norman Jr. be talking his shit. You know what I'm saying? And, whoa. The press conference would be hot.
Now, B Norman and Boots is the fight at 47. I said early in this show, I said, shit, man, that's really the fight I'm waiting on. Like, I think it's some kind of way, but I wish B Norman could fight that WBC champ. I mean,
Barrios.
Yeah, Barrios. Yeah, the WB, whoever it might be, right? Yeah, Barrios. Yeah, I wish he could fight him. So he could get the other strap so him and Boots could go and get it on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe at the end of this year. The beginning of next year. You know, but I know I'm about to have a fight, and then maybe he fight Barrios at the end of the year. Then they fight like maybe middle of next year. That'll speed up the process.
Here's the thing with the Boot shit that we be like that. Me and AC I kind of convinced AC about this shit, right? And I think Crush fucked with me because Crush seen Boots, man. He ain't no little nigga.
Nah, I seen him in person.
He ain't no little nigga. He ain't no little nigga. And then like, I don't got the picture, but do I say I got the picture? Can I take it down?
Hey, does everybody agree with me that weight at 147 Boots is a weight bully?
It's not. It's
Hell
not.
yeah.
He can make them. Yeah, yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
nah.
It's very slow. Hold on, wait, y'all. Before we even go there, right? I got a picture of like Joseph is 18, maybe about to turn 19. I got a picture of him and Boots standing next to each other. He's only taller than Boots. And I'm telling you, Joseph's gonna end up at 68 real fast.
Yeah, I
Everybody,
remember that picture.
He another one of them dudes that's just gonna take an afternoon.
everybody is telling him, because when we interviewed him, me and Bills was up here, everybody was telling him, like, bro, it's gonna one day you're gonna fill out, it's gonna be crazy. He's gonna be like, he said he don't see it. I said, I know, because you growing, but just trust what everybody telling you in the fucking gym. And I feel like it's not about Boots' legacy and none of this shit. This is what I'm saying. By the time Boots get to 54, the names that he really gonna want, they're gonna be going to 60 already. Why not jump the curve? Because we already see Janabek is fighting somebody who's trash. Boots, 1 or 2 fights at 160 to get acclimated at that weight class. Who really can beat you? Who can test you at your most comfortable weight other than Laura?
Hopefully, by the time Boots get to 54, right, they have some, unification going, and he only have to fight a couple fights at 54.
Who you think gonna be there? I'm asking anybody. By the time
at 54,
it's gonna be
if he goes to
18
54,
to 24, it's gonna be 18 months to 2 years before Boots goes there. That's the time.
I don't like
Who's
the
gonna
whole.
be there? Who's gonna be at 54 in 2 years?
I don't listen. Pop did convince me on it, but I was saying for a while prior to that Boots need to go to what's the name. When he showed me the video, I was like, yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. I've been screaming this shit just as
like, move up, stop playing around with like if they ain't gonna give you no fight.
Yeah, that's what I was on. I was like,
I said fuck 54 because they gonna duck you at 54 the same way they duck you at motherfucking.
And that's what I was saying. Go to 54.
But if you go to 60, they're gonna be like, who the fuck you think you are?
Yeah.
If you go to 60,
it made more sense to me.
Who the fuck you think you is? Somebody's gonna try to beat the shit out of him, and that's when you gonna see it. He gonna be most comfortable because this is he is not a little nigga.
Yeah.
Crush. I'm sorry, I got it. Crush. Are you still there? Oh, you ain't walking away? He is not a little nigga, bro. He is not a little dude, bro. If you saw Boots in the street, you'd be like, all right. You better know that it's gonna be for a minute with him. He not a little dude, bro. He not. He makes that weight easy because he stay ready. He's still young, but when we talking about him getting ready to fight across the board, he ain't got to make the IBF weight while he making unification. That's gonna start feeling real comfortable. Like, to be truthfully honest with you, I think like if he feels comfortable in this fight, he gonna do standing on his dirty. But and then after that, if he feel comfortable going after belts, he's not gonna want to be making that IBF weight. I can guarantee you that. That weight clause, he'll be trying to make that shit, bro. What's Boots like 5'10", 6 foot? He ain't gonna be fighting 147 pounds forever, man.
That's why I called his ass a weight bully.
I mean, like that's the weight class that's before he like here's the bad thing about Boots. he was the last of that. He was the last of that weight class that was doing it. And by the time he got his belt or was trying to call anybody out, everybody was on some legacy, big money type fights, type shit like that, or they had already retired and was gone. So now he basically got to make the division before he moves on. So how do you make the division? You at least got to be unified, have unification fights, have that lineal title. I know people were like, "Pop, I'm trolling," but if he's fighting for the lineal title, certain shit like that. But he goes 54 in the next year, year and a half, maybe two. By the time he gets there, who at 54, who you think still gonna be there? You think Fondor's still gonna be there? You think Virgil's still gonna be there? You think Charles Conway's still gonna be there?
I don't know, man. You know how people move.
They gonna move up, bro. I'm just telling you, like,
Yeah.
bro. I'm telling you, the fight, this fight, Janibek got people they're gonna start looking like, I think I can beat him. And the glory, like, no disrespect to 54, that's where the smoke is. No disrespect. The glory divisions have been 35, 47, and 60. Those have been the glory divisions through boxing. And 160 is looking real bleak. Like Carlos Adames, Laura, and Janibek's holding 2 belts. And this to be real with you, the way they the way they protecting Janibek, bro. He's not gonna is Janibek gonna fight Denzel Bentley again?
Yeah. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I don't like Denzel Bentley gave him a run for his money the first time, but that's when he still had Buddy McGirt in his corner.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't had Buddy in his corner in a while. His last few fights, he ain't looked the same. So he doesn't have a number 1 contender in the IBF.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna fight Denzel Bentley on the WBO. He may fight Shane Mosley Jr. or I don't know if they give Troy Isley a shot.
Shit, I got something. Look.
That's all we were saying about like if Boots, like at the 47 shit, this shit don't work out. Going to 54, they gonna stall you out, bro. Ain't nobody gonna fight you. Who the fuck gonna just be real with you? Who gonna fight Boots at 54 right now?
I don't see why they wouldn't fight him, bro. I think somebody would test that water.
Who?
Well, I mean, Virgil was trying to test the water and he didn't want that smoke. So that's one person you could say.
I seen Virgil. Virgil also duck Bud too. So there's a duck. So
no. I can understand that. I can dig that. I'm just talking about at 154 right now.
It'd be 2 ducks
because he would be fighting him. That's all. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. I think Virgil would take that fight in a heartbeat.
Like Virgil will take it. That'd be the last short Oscar let him do.
Mm-hmm. But I gotta say this though. I do have to say this though, man. Because let's just say Boots and Norman don't fight for some reason. I think he can move up to 154 just like Boots can. So they probably
he said he ain't going nowhere for a long time. He's staying at 47.
Oh, who said Norman?
Yep. He said he made this real easy. He said he ain't going nowhere for a long time.
No, I can understand. I will say this though. I will say if he was proposed to, like a title fight up there, I think he would jump up there to go. I think he would go to 140, 154. Because the way they talk, they just seem like, they don't want to duck that smoke and they don't want to look like that. And if it was a title fight, I think he would jump on it.
Going to 54?
Yeah, he go up before a title fight. That's all I'm saying.
It'll be something to see, but like I'm like right now, 54. I'm looking at it. I doubt Virgil would give Boots a chance
Mm-hmm. Whoa! Why you say that?
because he's positioned to fight Fundora.
Oh, you talking about immediately? Okay, I got you.
He's got, and Fundora has 2 belts. Like that would be like the last fight if they could get anything, and then Oscar still may stall it out. So, and then when it comes to the IBF, if Boots jumped up there, he's fighting the nigga that beat the shit out of Tim Tszyu last time,
Yeah,
or maybe fighting Lubin, maybe Josh Kelly, because Top Rank ain't about to goddamn offer him up to Boots because they just Top Rank just positioned Xander Zayas to fight Fundora as well.
yeah.
So I mean,
If they smart, they're gonna try to make the fight between Boachuk and Boots because Boachuk arguably beat Virgil, and if Boots beats Boachuk, then Virgil and Boots happens, and they're gonna offer Boots a payday. That listen, if Virgil duck, it's a bad look on you. Boots duck, it's a bad look on you. So the payday that's gonna be there for both of you guys is gonna be what you dudes been looking for. You feel what I'm saying? This could be a $6 million payout for you guys. So at the end of the day, that's kind of the way I see it. If he attempts to go up to 54, anything else for me, looking at the landscape, it's just like they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna give you Xander. So the only person that's there is Boachuk. You feel what I'm saying? They may try to bring in a Madrimov, but you feel what I'm saying? It's gonna be the type of thing that's like, yeah, but we just saw Virgil, whatever. Boachuk was the better opposition against Virgil, competition wise. When you talk about Madrimov and Boachuk,
all right. So here we go though. If he had moved up, wow, he was the IBF champ. Bochuk ranked number 9. So you, mm, mm. if you the IBF champ, like you after a few defenses or whatever, you should be able to move up and be in the top. So I'm just saying, like, if you move up to 54, you definitely not getting Xander. You may get Lubin, maybe Jesus Ramos, or Boachuk, maybe even a Tim Tszyu. But are you looking to fight 1, 2 of them before you get the belt? By that time, how long it's gonna take? And then you got to fight Bakram, and he's no slouch. Um, and then if let's say you beat Stanionis, and you know the WBA lets you move up and do that shit.
he needs that WBC belt. So if he's
Well, he's not fighting for the WBC belt.
no, what I'm saying is his best bet after Stanionis is to have Eddie put in an offer that shuts everybody else down from even thinking about a Barrio.
Playing Barrios.
Yeah, because
Nah,
once
that's
he
the
gets that
problem.
once he get that WBC strap, you can kind of lock in you and Virgil.
Are y'all
Because
talking
What
about
up,
talking about
Marky? What up, Bills?
yeah, we're good.
What happened?
Y'all talking about Boots?
yeah,
He gonna move to 154?
yeah. If he was to move up to 54, who does he fight that puts him in line for a belt?
I mean, I think if he moved to 154, he might already be in line with the IBF to fight Bakhtaram. I think he might get I think he might have to go through an eliminator first, but I think he would be in that system if he moved up.
Over Xander?
Xander in the WBO. He's a WBO mandatory.
Yeah, but he's also ranked number 4. No, he's also ranked number 5 in the IBF. Erickson Lubin is sitting at the number 3 spot. Josh Kelly, Xander Zayas, and Calum Walsh. That's basically your like top 4 guys, according to the 2 top spots being vacant.
Hey, it happens sometimes. They do move them rankings around for dudes that move up, but the point about Xander, he's about to fight Fundora, and if he wins, he's gonna take that belt, and he's just gonna be out
See,
of them
my
rankings.
thing is
Period.
this.
And if he lose, he gonna drop.
I hear what you're saying, but my thing is this: sometimes when it comes down to Sebastian Fundora, it just seems to wait to see whose name actually gets inked in, because right now, just off experience, they be throwing out a lot of names. It's like they're taking wet pasta and throwing it up against the wall and see what sticks. So.
But that fight been ordered, AC.
I mean, at first I thought it was going. At first, people thought it was going to be Virgil, and then you're talking about Xander. Virgil's your intern. How does Xander Zayas, skip your intern? I see, because they
the
said
WBC
Virgil made.
bullshit, AC.
I know that. But what I'm saying is this, though. What I'm saying is this. When it comes to Sebastian Fundora, just for me, it's just I don't like to it just doesn't seem wise to try to call out certain fights. Yeah, they're talking about this, and this is how I'll keep it. They're talking Xander Zayas, but that could be the ultimate bluff, because we thought it was we knew you were in negotiations with Bud, and then you just went a completely different direction. We went through the Errol debacle. We went through Bud, then it was Errol, then it was back to Bud, then it was this, then it was that, and then we'll give you some time and become the mandatory. And it was just like, man, that's too much fuckboy shit surrounding.
If he gotta fight one of the two, or else he gonna lose his belt. So I don't really think it's like too much leeway or really anything to talk about at that point. Is just which one of them is he gonna fight, and if he don't, then we can put that ducktail status on him. But I don't think
at
he's
the end
gonna
of the
duck
day,
out of
right
either
now,
fight.
Virgil is your mandatory. He's the intern. I'm not sure Virgil is gonna even allow Xander to slip in and take away that shine from you. Take that shine away by being somebody that could possibly beat Fundora. Because for me, it's no foregone conclusion that he beat Xander Zayas, because I still see things that Sebastian Fundora does wrong, and you get in there with a young hungry dude, it might be lights out for you again.
Yep.
They ain't gonna put him in there with a young hungry dude. They're gonna put him in there with another limit.
Yeah.
Well, another what?
Another limit.
So when you look at that line, he's got Boachuk, Zayas, and Charles Conwell. That's just the first 3 motherfuckers you got to face for the WBC. I mean, that's good money right there, and it almost repeats itself.
Man, Earl finna get that fight because he heard Bud ain't coming back.
All right, here we go.
I'm just saying, man.
All I'm saying is right now, if Boots was to move up to 54, looking at the rankings, that seems like it'll be a good move for him to try to take the IBF route. But the guy you looking at for that route is, in my opinion, the baddest motherfucker when it comes down to the champion. I'm not counting Bud as a WBA champion, but when it just comes down to all the champions that's there, you feel what I'm saying? I'm looking at Bakaram as the baddest motherfucker right now. So
I agree.
If that's the route you want to take,
you think Bud gonna drop that belt?
Bud was supposed to have dropped that
belt. You think Bud gonna drop that belt?
the way they talking, Bud was supposed to have dropped it.
Okay then.
Nah, but well, I mean, Bud
I
said he
think he
ain't
gonna
gonna
wait
drop the
till
belt.
He dropped the interim one.
He dropped the intern, not the WBA. I thought they were saying
Yeah.
he dropped the WBA, not
No,
the intern.
he said he's not
No.
dropping it. He said he's keeping
Yeah,
it.
he kept it. He's going back down. It's like I kept saying, everybody's giving me pushback.
I don't know if I believe it, but hey, it's what he said.
I mean, if anything, he's using it for
if it's
leverage.
another
A
undisputed
bargain.
champ,
I mean, it's a
if it's
bargaining
another,
chip. You know what I'm saying? And if anything,
I mean, I could look at it as a bargaining chip if he's
if he
going
beat
back down to say,
Canelo, he
you know
is the
what?
bargain.
If he's going back down to say, you know what? After I beat Canelo, I want to go back down and I want to snatch Jamel out of retirement and let me and him get it on for that lineal strap he got.
look, all he has to do is 2 fights. He can do 2-1 fights and get all the belts by the time all this shit happens. You know, after his fight.
Nah, he trying to do one and done. Like, okay, I'm gonna
I
fight
mean, he can do
Canelo.
2. It's just a payday for him. Think about it like that. He ain't gonna trip.
I don't know
He ain't gonna trip.
if Fedora actually gets in the ring and fights this dude. I have a hard time seeing
Getting in the
Fedora
ring and
ain't
fighting
seen.
Bud.
I think. See, where I'm gonna say is this. I think he's gonna get in that ring because this is what it is in life, man. Money talks and bullshit walks, and it's a fact. So you gonna
You
put the
said
right
he's
price
scared
out
to
there.
get
He
in the
gonna get
ring
in
with
that
Bud,
ring.
AC?
What happened?
You said Fondora's scared to get in the ring with Bud?
Well, you had the opportunity to get in the ring with Bud. You walked away from those. You walked away. Your trainer looked at you like you were fucking nuts when you said you wanted the Terrence Crawford fight. We all
He
we all
was.
can't act like
But
we all can't
well,
act
hold
like
on.
we
But
did
wasn't
not see
Fondora coming
that.
off an injury or something?
No, this is after
No,
he
he
won.
faked it. Hold on. He faked that shit. And he came out on one of his and like a couple interviews ago. He came out and said that shit. He said, "Man, people thought I had a nose injury, but I didn't have that. So the whole time you just used it as a duck technique.
Yeah, that to me that's you
That's some bullshit.
Crawford
That's
right
some hoe
off the
shit.
bat. And
That's
then
some hoe
I
Bud
shit.
gave
mean,
you a
but
mulligan by saying, look, if you and Earl want to do this shit, go ahead and do this. But you knew it wasn't going to happen because the WBO was not going to allow this to happen. So you clearly used what you knew the WBO was against from the beginning to duck Terrence Crawford. So this is
y'all
why I
act,
have
y'all,
no belief
That
that
ain't
he's
make
going.
sense. If Terrence
How
Crawford's
does
the
it not make
WBO
sense?
interim champ,
How
then
does
ain't
it?
no then if Terrence Crawford wanted that fight, it wouldn't be no opportunity to duck. They would just take his strap.
yeah, but
But see, but
He
he
was
allowed
Bud,
them to
in
Bud
fight
was
though,
trying to
so
get
that's
Canelo.
negotiation.
irrelevant. That's irrelevant because he allowed them to go ahead and fight each other. He
And then
gave
on top of
permission,
the fact,
so that don't
hold
mean
on,
nothing.
Canelo Alvarez comes to Bud Crawford with an opportunity of to fight for $50 million. You think he's gonna fight big lanky ass Fundora over Canelo? What are
What's
we
your
Shit, I
talking
point?
about?
mean,
I'm just trying to ask you, what's your point? Because I made my point, and you're debating me over my point, but you haven't made a point for yourself. So I'm asking you, what's
Well,
your
well,
point?
I asked if you think he was gonna duck Terrence Crawford, and
And I said
I
he
don't think he
already
would.
ducked Terrence Crawford, and I
Well,
made the
I don't
point.
think that's the case. Maybe I got to do some more research. I ain't
I
saying you
mean,
lying.
at the end of the day, that's a good duck. Shit.
No,
What
it
did
was
he
a
say, Bill?
strategic duck, but it's still a duck. At the end of the day, look. He was negotiating with Bud before Bud even got up there. By the time Bud got up there, he was talking. They were in negotiations. We were all. I think we had a fight date, but we didn't have a venue. Then all of a sudden, Sebastian Fundora talks about the suspension. After suspension, we hear all the shit Leonard Ellaby's talking about. That no, he's not going to allow. How does Terrence Crawford think he could come in? This is an in-house fight. If anybody gets the fight first, it's going to be Errol Spence. And then remember, everyone claiming that by Errol Spence stepping in the ring with Fundora, he stole a fight away from Bud. You can't steal something away from somebody that wasn't the case in the first place. So yeah,
I mean, but
they were going to fight.
Bud threw him a bomb. Bud
And
threw
then Bud
Earl a
said, "You
bomb.
know what? I'm not even going. I'm not. I, take your shine right now. You're a young champ. I don't want to steal your thunder. Been there, done that. You know what? If you and Errol could get this shit done, y'all get it done. I'm gonna go see what the Turk's saying, and if what the Turk's saying is good money for me, I'm gonna do that. That I don't have a problem with that. That's what you're supposed to do when you're at Terrence Crawford level. You give the younger guys an opportunity. I'm
Hey,
giving you
but
an opportunity, but I just want you to know you did duck that smoke from me. But
Earl
I'm gonna give
had
you
to
the
do that to
opportunity to
get
do
that
what you
back
do.
end money, man. Earl had to do that. Al Heyman called him on the phone and said, "You better step your ass in that ring, or this back end money, I'm gonna tie it up for 3-4 more years." Done.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I'm saying, bro. It was everything semi worked out for Fundora. He got a fight in. He got the look good for his fan base and everything like that. He got his first title defense. Was it against the original competition that he was screaming he wanted for his first title defense? Not even close. Because it was either gonna be Errol Spence or it was either gonna be Terrence Crawford. So hey, this is why I'm like, Fondora, I don't know right now, bro. You gotta come a little bit better for me. Just for me. I don't know about other people. I'm just talking for me. You feel what I'm saying? So if what's the name come up there, it's gonna be hard for me to think that he might take the boots fight right off the back. Who knows? He might. I don't know.
Hold on. Hey, hold on. Yo, T, you there? I gotta holler at that. Y'all go ahead, my fault.
No, I'm just saying I don't know if he takes the boots fight right away. I think Baccarat will take it right away because Baccarat will just be like, "Look, I'll dust this dude off, get a name like Jerron Boots, and it's on my resume. I'm good."
That's the only dude that's gonna take the fight is not gonna be the motherfucker you trying to fight first. One, like, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna
Yeah,
be trying to fight Baccarat first. So WBA is gonna be open. You're gonna be fighting some nigga named Yo Enos Telez.
yeah. I was looking at this dude because I was like, "When the fuck did he win an interim fight?" And then I
So
looked at it and I was like, "That's when he won the interim fight. Why didn't they announce it like that?"
hold on. Here's the thing. Every belt, every belt that Mel had ended up being taken from him at a fight that you didn't even know. It just was just like, oh yeah, it's the damn championship fight. It's the WBC championship fight. It's the WBA championship fight. IBF. We knew that the WBO was gonna strip him. When you saw all, and then matter of fact, when the WBO, when Sebastian fought for the WBO and the WBC with Tim Zoo, like how they was like, I was like, how the fuck the damn WBC is on the goddamn line? And then all of a sudden, the IBF and WBA went away too. So he was in recess, and then he wasn't. So then, if y'all saying that Bud dropped that WBO interim shit, that puts Xander Zayas right in line for a Sebastian Fedora fight. Virgil Ortiz already an intern champ. Oscar gonna be trying to push for that shit. So that's like a 2-man race right there. To be truly honest with you.
Yeah. And the Ioannis Telez dude, we just I'm trying to find the fight where the dude that he fought, but he just fought recently, and that recent card that we was all talking about watching. That's when he won it. The dude is like 10-0 with 10-0 7 knockouts and shit like that. He's fighting he's a Cuban dude. You feel what I'm saying? But right now he's fighting out of Stanford, Texas. So we seen Ioannis Telez fight recently, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's the fight where they made him the interim champion." Get the fuck out of here! No, this is they made him. I believe it was either the Gonzalez or the Julian Williams fight. One of those two fights, they made him interim champ.
Oh, as a matter of fact,
And that was the
So,
Barclay. So he fought Julian Williams on that Tank Lamont Roach undercard.
oh, and see, there's a fight that we've forgot about, but that shit got a bunch of views. To the heavyweight division, gatekeeper status: Joe Joyce versus Philip Herkovich. It only means something for Herkovich. Joe Joyce is not ranked anywhere.
Facts.
So
How do y'all
we
feel
gonna
about
get. So we're gonna have an answer on that Fundora question. If you're gonna fight Xander's eyes, the
that?
purse bid, I think it runs out next week. They got by next week to make a deal. I think by the 12th. If I'm adding these numbers correctly.
That's crazy.
Okay. Appreciate that, Mark. So how do you feel about the question?
So we should have an answer if it's Xander or if he gonna drop that belt and fight Virgil.
Which one you think he gonna do? I'm just asking you as a question.
I would go with, if it were me, I'd go with Xander. I think that's the easier of the two.
Yeah. Well,
or not easier. Let me say that's the less lethal of the two. Let me say that.
Yeah, that's the one with the most flaws. You just put it that way.
Yeah, and he's less proven than Virgil Ortiz.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's still a faction of people out there that believes he's a really good fighter. So you still would get credit for fighting him.
Who's Xander?
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Pop and them was ready to kill me because I didn't believe Xander was a star.
Nah, bro.
I don't think. I mean, he a star. I just don't think he is good as some people make him out to be.
They pushed him like a star. Like I seen him fight in person. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, but he's gotten better since that time I seen him. But I'm not gonna lie, I seen him fight in person.
You think he could put 9,000 people in the big garden?
Nah, he gonna fight in the Hulu Theater.
I'm just saying. You think he could put 9,000, 10,000 Puerto Ricans in the big garden?
In the Hulu?
No,
Yeah,
in the big garden, nigga, not the Hulu. The big garden, the garden.
yeah, I think he can.
Yeah.
Then he a star. Come on.
Because
Yeah, I think he could.
Because he Puerto
MSG.
Rican, you know, they're gonna come out and support him.
They're gonna come out. They're gonna come. I mean, it's New York too. They're gonna have the big spectacle. Yeah, it's the garden.
Then he's a star.
It's the garden. If he
And
fights at the garden,
he's an actual real Puerto Rican, not that watered down version.
not that Honduran.
Nigga, why you gotta say watered down version, nigga?
I mean, it's a different, like, hey, yo, Blue, no disrespect, but like, no disrespect, like you over there, or like
wild.
the way that he like from being from New York, there's different types of Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, you got brown skinned Puerto Ricans, not black Puerto Ricans. They don't do that.
You got different kind of Puerto Ricans. You got the ones that's like, you got the niggas, and then you got them niggas that's Puerto Rican. They cool, but then you just got it's nigga. You got to come up here for like 6 months, and then you'll get it. But like I said, real quick, Philip Herkovich, because this is gatekeeper status. Joe Joyce, because this fight is Saturday.
You asking me?
I'm asking anybody on the panel. Philip Herkovich, Joe Joyce.
What?
How you feel about the fight? Because me and AC was talking about it, and AC was like, does this do anything for one of these fighters getting them close to a championship? I'm like,
I mean,
them niggas gonna be gatekeepers and contenders.
I think well, let me see the rankings quick, but I don't mind the fight. I think it's gonna be a pretty entertaining fight while it lasts. Both guys are not known for shying away from the punches or action. So yeah, I don't mind the fight, but Philip Herkovich, if he wants to stay a serious contender in the heavyweight division, he needs to win this fight because Joe Joyce is on the way out. So you can't go in there and lose to this guy.
That's what I said, because Herkovich is ranked in 3 sanctioned bodies, and Joe Joyce isn't ranked in any of them.
Facts. Herkovich, he's ranked 6th in the IBF.
Mm-hmm.
He's ranked Let me see. 9th in the BC
Yep.
and 7th in the BA. So yeah, I mean he's still in the mix. He's still in the mix.
He's in the mix. You don't see Joe Joyce's name anywhere, do you?
Right. So Joe Joyce go in there and put his ass to bed. He could maybe reinvigorate his career.
That like it's all on Herkovich to do what he's supposed to do. That's
So
what
you
I'm
saying? So you saying Joe Joyce is heading for TKO Promotions?
Not even.
Hell yeah, that's
That
steady.
nigga headed
That's
for
steady guaranteed promotion. Excuse me. That's steady guaranteed employment.
Joe Joyce
Hell
is
yeah.
he's headed for BLK Prime.
Oh wow, y'all. There y'all go again. Trying to take shots at Wilder. There you go.
They got that bitch in Wichita, Kansas. Did you see that shit, Pop?
Where?
Yeah. They said they're gonna have it in a little club. It's gonna be in a club. They're gonna have they're gonna have strip
Yo,
lights over the ring. They ain't even gonna
that.
pay for real
Fuck that.
electricity.
Fuck that. Yo, fuck that. They might as well have it where niggas be like the type of funny I do. They might he was better off having that shit at Dave Chappelle's spot in fucking Ohio.
They just did it in Alabama. I don't understand that.
What?
I don't know why they didn't do it. Why they didn't do it in Alabama?
Can't pack enough people out where he gonna do that. He should have done that. If he gonna do it in Wichita, Kansas, they was better off asking Dave Chappelle can they hold his spot the same way he do comedy shows at. The fuck, nigga. At least it had more star power. What the fuck, bro?
He should have been with the Alabama Crimson Tide basketball team. He should have been promoting. He should have been doing all that stuff. He should have held the fight at their home arena. He could have probably sold that bitch out. The people will come out for the Alabama Hammer.
BLK
Especially
Prime
in
can't make it.
Tuscaloosa.
You know what? As a matter of fact, I see why. BLK Prime can't make it that far. That's why they went to Wichita, Kansas. As far as they can make it. That's all they
They
budget.
said the BLK Prime is worth 5 cents. That's their total net worth.
Hey,
It
you know what?
Crazy.
I was just
Them niggas' net worth was $5 million before that Bud fight. They paid that nigga $10 million.
oh man, listen.
Shit is crazy.
You know what? Hold on. You know what? Since we talk, yeah, I got a question I want to ask everybody because we'll move on to a fight that I think that shouldn't even be happening, and then I'm gonna get to a real fight. Why the fuck is Sergey Kovalev still fighting?
I mean, the last time I saw him fight, it was a pretty decent fight. I mean, if he hadn't got dropped in the last round, he might have won. What did you want an exact reason for why he's fighting? I mean, he's a drunk. He got certain habits. And I
What
think he
was the
still got to
question?
pay restitution to his ex-wife.
I
What was the
said,
question?
why is Sergey Kovalev still fighting?
Shit, need some money.
He trying to get paid. What you mean, bro?
He need the money.
He need money for his retirement
Smart
plan.
ass
Stop
nigga.
playing, bro. He needs
It
money for his retirement plan, man. Don't be hating on him.
Yeah, it definitely ain't for the love. It's for the money. For the love of money. That's what it's for. Yeah, I can't be mad at the man. You know?
Hell nah. Get your retirement plan, boy. Stop playing.
Yeah. Get your ass beat. Go ahead, get your ass beat for a cause. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Shit, his wife took that Canelo money.
That's a fact. And she's still taking money. He ain't
Hell.
paid her all the restitution he owe her.
That's why I thought that nigga took a dive against Canelo. He was like, shit, let me get paid so I can pay this nigga off.
Yeah. Canelo probably said, "I'm gonna slide you an extra $2 million. Just take a dive." That bitch probably took that shit too.
I don't know. That shit's crazy though. Y'all niggas, why y'all getting on there, man?
Hey, but listen, if
That nigga's
Kovalev and
personal
Deontay Wilder
relationships out the question.
if Kovalev and Deontay Wilder want to get their brains beat out at an old age, who are we to tell them no? Respectfully.
I can dig that.
I
Oh,
can't.
hey, I'm on a phone call, y'all. Y'all talk y'all shit.
Nah, I can't. I can't.
Hey,
For
this is what I
me,
want to say real quick. This is what I want to say real quick. And I was going to say this earlier when we were talking about Brian Norman. I want to ask everybody a question real quick. If if Boots don't fight after his fight with Stanley Ellis and he wins, if Boots don't fight fucking Brian Norman Jr., is he dusty?
I mean, I
Man,
gotta see the circumstances.
Brian Norman talking about fighting somebody else now.
Nah, that's not what it is. Listen. We ain't gonna go that route. If he don't, this is what they say, man. Trust me. Let's go with the flow. If he don't take that fight, is he ducking? He goes
But
somewhere
hold
else.
on, what you mean if he don't take the fight? It's gonna be incumbent on Boots to offer the fight. He the ace side.
If listen, Brian Norman keeps on basically saying, "I want that fight. I want that smoke." After if he wins his fight, this was Senior saying over and over. You know what I'm
Nah, I heard
saying?
his pop
I
say.
mean,
I heard his
no,
pop say.
Brian Norman got to prove that to me because they offer what. First off, they
Why?
started at 700,000. Brian Norman was at 2 million. They got up to 1.7, and that still wasn't good enough. That's
This
your
nigga
career
has been.
high payday.
I can dig
So
it. I
we
can dig
can't.
it.
Well,
Listen, listen. I
hold on. I'm
respect
just
that.
saying we can't act like Boots and his people haven't made a move for the fight. Like I don't understand why people try to push that narrative about Boots and them. Like they went to the nigga for the fight.
Yeah, yeah, he did
Listen.
offer him his highest payday, and he didn't even take it.
Well, listen. If they negotiating and going back and forth, you know what I'm saying, and I can't. I don't feel like that. So this is what I'm gonna say. Okay, that's. Let's just say
Come
okay.
on, Blue. Come on, Blue.
No,
You
no, no.
not
Let me say this. Let me say this because this is how I feel. Now, Senior said, okay, you know what? Fuck it. We didn't get that fight. They feel a certain kind of way the other ones over and over and over. That's great. And if he goes somewhere else, that's what we want next, no matter what. So
If he fight
all
Mario
I'm saying is
Barrios, is he
this.
ducking? Is he ducking?
that's who
Ooh,
he's trying to fight next. He's trying to fight Mario Barrios.
If Boots fight Mario
ooh,
Barrios next, is he
No,
ducking?
no, no, no.
hell yeah.
Norman trying to fight Mario Barrios.
Norman wants to unify with Barrios. This way, when he's saying, and this was at his own mouth on Pac-Man Tate's jump off, he was like, "Yeah, I want the Brian Norman fight." And then later on, early next year, or something like that. Me and Boots could get it in for undisputed. You feel what I'm saying? He said, but if none of that other stuff can happen, yeah, then I'll be looking at a Jin Sasaki, Devin Haney, or one of those guys coming up from 140 to make a big fight.
Jen Sasaki walked up on him after his fight, too.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
was fighting.
he did it the official way, the way they do it in Japan, where they give you that little, that little official call out letter and shit like that, and it's, it is what it is. I respect this champion because he told them what it is. He was like, look, right now, I really want to get a unification and see if I could do this undisputed thing. But if these guys try to stall me out or take too
Yeah,
much time,
he'll fight him.
then yeah, he said, yeah,
Y'all seen my nigga
we could get
Monster,
that
right?
fight on right there because he was like, I respect the way he did the call out, super professional,
Brian
yada
Norman,
yada
I think
yada.
Brian Norman would KO him.
Man, man,
Y'all see
these boxers nowadays, man. I don't like this. Hey, you got to be nice to me to call me out. You can't be
facts,
mean. Like
facts.
this is ridiculous, man.
But
Brian didn't
what's
do
wrong
that.
with
Brian
calling
Norman don't care.
somebody out like a professional?
No, but hold
Bro,
on. Brian Norman
you
didn't do
know,
that though.
people.
Brian
So
Norman ain't
I'm
talking
just
like that
saying.
though.
No, I'm saying like I
What
don't
did
care
that
if
mean?
somebody calls somebody a professional, but I just don't like when people use that he disrespected me, so I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah,
fight
yeah,
him.
that's some
What?
bullshit. Yeah, yeah, I get you. I'm 100% with you on that one. That's a
What fighters
very
you
fuck.
talking about,
But
man?
what do that mean,
What
AC?
fighters you talking about?
When you talk about Benavidez and Canelo, I don't want to fight the guy because I don't like the way he talks to me. He talks too much. Like Canelo, that's what he's supposed to
Man,
do. Who the
man.
fuck are you? You're like, yo, you in America now. It's the freedom of speech, nigga. Deal with it.
This is that bullshit new age boxing soft fanboyish shit. Okay, Muhammad Ali, one of the all-time greats. Did you see the shit he was doing to Sonny Liston? He
Yeah.
was showing up outside this man's home with a bullhorn. Like these niggas are so soft, bro. Like that's the excuse for not fighting a nigga. Get in the
For
ring and
real.
shut him up, bro. Like that's nah.
That nigga went to the casino where Sonny Liston was at. It was fucking up his gambling shit. He like,
Hey, you see what Liston did? Liston was
yeah.
a cold nigga. But
But
yeah,
at the end of the day, man, I'm just saying it like this. Like I gave my assessment of it before. I like the way Jin did his thing, but if you're gonna go on recency bias, if they were to fight next, I would be looking for Brian Norman to win, possibly stop him, because Brian Norman just looked like he turned the curve. He's poised now. He's coming into his
Oh,
championship.
Doug. Oh shit, my fault, Doug. Hold on, Doug. Y'all go ahead. My fault, Doug. Right side, I want the link.
Yeah, he's just composed, and he's feeling himself as a champion right now. So, hey, I think right now that his mentality and his energy and everything, I think he'd be a hard person to beat. You feel me? And I just don't. I'm not sure. I can't see right now a game plan Jin could put together to beat him, because he's on a high right now.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick. Because this is a fight that I'm high on. Chris Eubank, Conor Benn, because that fight's coming up real quick. So how y'all feel about that?
Trash.
I got Conor Benn winning. I'm going for the underdog. I think. I'm just saying. Hold on, man. Hold on. Now the three-headed dragon is not. I said this already before. The three-headed dragon is not backing him right now. So that is a concern to me. That's a concern.
I got
So I'm
Conor
gonna go.
Benn too.
I'm going with Conor Benn right now. You know what I'm saying?
Last 2 fights without them, bro. So
That don't mean that's that. Hey, that don't care, bro. I don't
I'm gonna
care.
say like
I'm
I'm gonna
agreeing
say
with
like I
Blue
said yesterday.
1,000%. I'm going
I'm
with
gonna say
Conor Benn too. I think he's gonna beat Chris Eubank to death.
Yeah, he fighting for a purpose right now.
I'm gonna say it like how I put it yesterday. I'm gonna bet
What?
my money on Conor Benn, knowing that he gonna fucking lose.
hold on, wait.
I ain't mad at you.
Wait. Say that shit again.
I'm gonna bet my money on Conor Benn, knowing that his ass gonna lose.
So you giving money away?
Nah,
Listen.
Stop talking after that? Expound on
anything.
that.
I'm betting money because anything could happen. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
No, I
man,
know why you're doing. But if you want to give money away, bro, I love making money, man. Please, I'll give you my cash app.
Hold on. Here's some crazy shit. I'm the host, and I let everybody on this joint. And Bo slid up in here. I didn't even know he was up in here. That's some crazy shit right there.
How the fuck you don't know the boat? You wouldn't let him in here.
Man, don't be asking me when I'm starting drinking blue. Stop.
Okay, for sure. I can dig it.
Yo, hey, Doug, what's good, man? Long time no here, man. I know last time you jumped up here and niggas got wild. You ain't get to say your piece, so I'm gonna let you rock out. What's going on with you?
Man, what's up, Smoke, man? Salute to everybody on the panel. My brother AC, Crush the Legend. I can't see y'all now since I'm main screen.
Mr. Long
I just gotta say this.
Man, shut up, Mark. You let Doug ride out, man.
Listen, we ain't seen Conor Benn.
Hold on, real quick, Doug, before you say something. Hold on. I seen some shit. Don't think I ain't see it, right? Niggas won't let me on certain panels because how we wild as fuck up here. Niggas think we young H money some shit. No, nigga, we stop it.
Nobody like H money fucking paid, bro.
They call the level of H.
Hell no.
Wait, it ain't even that. Hold on, nigga, because he got a bunch of bots, so stop it. Anyway, nigga, listen, I seen some shit happen. Crush was holding the panel. Niggas was talking out of the damn turn. Nigga put that nigga in the back. Crush laid the landslide. Niggas don't do that no more. Now, if Crush don't answer, Doug, am I lying? Did that happen line?
No, you ain't lying. Absolutely.
All right, then. So that's all I'm saying. So just let everybody cook, man, because people want to cook up here. We got a live fucking panel.
We gotta be in order, man.
Dub.
We
That's
gotta
what
be in
I'm saying,
order.
nigga. Go
I
ahead.
ain't talking about you, Marky, but you be talking
my bad.
shit. You be
Damn.
talking shit in the wrong time, but I ain't talking about you.
I told you that, Marky.
Marky,
damn.
yeah. God damn it. Go ahead.
Hey, real quick, I'm just gonna
Extra
say,
angry ass nigga.
we ain't seen Conor Ben do a damn thing since he popped dirty, and now that the nigga can't be dirty no more, he gonna get his ass whooped by Chris Eubanks Jr. That's what's gonna happen. And man,
That's what I said.
well, damn, I got you. But the man, he ain't showed that he really got the skill set like that. It seemed like it was the drugs, the only thing that was helping him. And so at the end of the day, I gotta go with Chris Eubanks because at least I know that man is a clean fighter, and that on a level playing field with him with him moving up in weight, meaning Conor Ben, I think Chris Eubanks is gonna be too big, too strong, and I just don't see it in Conor Ben since he had the drugs in his damn system.
Damn.
Drop your smoke, nigga. That's what we talking about. The smoke get dropped when you start talking this shit.
What you
Look,
think about
I was
Conor Ben getting
going.
smacked with an egg? What you think about that, Mr. Respectfully?
You said what?
Hey,
What you think
look,
about Conor Ben
got
getting
smacked with an
smacked like a hoe with an egg?
Oh,
that's
shit.
on his ass.
Who got
That's on
smacked
his.
Who got smacked with an egg?
You didn't see Conor Ben? He got smacked.
Right
Yeah,
there
he
in that
told-
picture.
This
Right
man
in that
stupid.
picture. Look at that
He
egg.
really got smacked with a goddamn egg right there, didn't he?
That's
Yeah.
a good thing right there.
Smack right there. I don't know. He gave him the protein that he was wanting.
Yo, the shit was so
I don't see
funny.
nothing wrong with it. I already
Yo.
got fined 100. I already got fined 6 figures for it, but
Yo, the
I
shit
think he
was
gave him the
funny.
protein that he needed.
In the video, you saw Eddie Hearn. First, he was like, "What the fuck?" So that
Yes,
egg
sir.
yolk slide off his man face.
Some of that egg got on him.
Oh man,
That was funny.
He got smacked.
I had a ball when I seen that shit, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
Hey, yo, you know what? I gotta do it. Fuck it, man.
So everybody, okay. So look. We always talk about don't try to poke the bear, right? Don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear. You don't think that's what he's
Nah,
doing
man,
right now?
Chris Eubanks poking the bear.
Nah, he
Like a
letting them
motherfucker.
know he's a chihuahua. He ain't no goddamn bear.
Chris Eubanks poking the bear like a motherfucker. He don't give a damn.
yeah,
Smacked
Chris
him.
Eubanks be
I ain't
trolling
got no
like
problem
hell,
with it.
too.
That ain't no damn bear that he poking.
Cause I be real with you. I spoke to a couple of people from the UK, and they feel like Chris Eubanks is gonna wash him. They feel like it means like everything that I see. It seems way more to Conor Ben than it does Chris Eubanks. Chris Eubanks wants to further his career. This shit mean everything to Conor Ben.
They said the same thing about Chris Eubanks' daddy when he fought Nigel Ben's, Conor Ben's daddy.
Yeah,
They
bro.
said
Like
Chris Eubanks
more.
Senior was gonna get beat up. They said
And
he was gonna get embarrassed.
he lost one and won a draw. So
No,
bro,
he won
like,
one and got a draw.
yeah, I'm saying I'm talking about Nigel Ben. He lost one and got a draw. So Chris Eubanks, like everybody, like your dad's not around. He like, fuck my dad.
Damn.
Like y'all niggas act like my dad was around. He wasn't around. He started getting around once I started to fight and being a
Nah, he put that nigga up for adoption.
You smell
Hell
it?
nah. Y'all,
He put that nigga up for adoption, man.
Yo,
he been in that boy
hold
his
on.
entire life. Y'all crazy.
Hold on. Like, I don't like, okay, when you talk this boxing shit, bro, did y'all watch that interview that he gave out? Like, that nigga was in a gang and all that shit, bro. Like, just don't think just because he speak proper and his dad is Chris Eubanks.
No, he's
nigga,
Jamaican.
Gang.
That nigga wasn't in no
They
damn
come from
gang,
Birmingham.
That nigga was in a gang, bro.
They put that nigga up for adoption. He was staying with some nanny or some shit.
That nigga ran away, bro. That nigga ran.
Man,
Hold on, some real shit, bro. I don't disrespect like that shit over there, but I know if you go over there, it's not a game. It's not like this, tea and crumpets and shit. That's not what goes down over there.
I ain't saying that. But
and I'm saying, bro, like outside when she not watching him, just the same way Anthony Joshua was doing crazy shit and getting Get in the
Yo,
bullshit.
then he grew up. Then that nigga grew up in Canada. They put him up for adoption. He grew up in Canada.
Nah, that nigga grew up in Birmingham around Muslims and all types of Africans and niggas from the Caribbean.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
could have
bro.
sworn they put him up for adoption. I could have sworn I
That
read an
nigga-
article.
You read an article about that. There's an article about what Marky's saying, and then there's some shit that he's saying. He ain't have it easy just because his dad was a championship life. His dad was out here being a Rolling Stone, fucking all the bitches. And then
The white
once he got
bitches
to a
and
certain
And that
age,
nigga
he was
went
like,
broke at
he
one
fucking all
point.
the white
Yeah.
broads.
then when he got to a certain, you see how light he is, right? So when he got to a certain age and they needed help, then it was, my son should listen to me. Nigga, you ain't been around. Fuck you.
Damn.
It ain't no different than a nigga from over here. No different. So when his dad was trying to make him listen to Roy Jones, like if you watch Chris Eubank Jr., I'm a fan of him. His dad trying to make him listen to Roy Jones and shit like that. Here's the funny shit. He was training with Roy Jones, got beat by the Smith nigga, went to Bomac, and looked like Roy Jones when he beat him in the rematch. So it wasn't Bomac, it was getting away from his fucking father. I don't fucking need you, nigga. You can just be here for the ornament. But you trying to tell me some type of shit, nigga?
Yeah. The article
Wow.
said he was sent to live in Las Vegas with his brother.
Yo, Pop.
What
just sent
brother,
you-
my nigga? Like, how many kids Chris Eubank sing? Like,
I just sent
remember
you a
his
little
brother
nigga play.
died. His
you
brother
really
died.
what? Oh, see, I
He only
got
got 3.
it. He got what?
His
Play that
brother
shit.
Sebastian died.
Bro, that's how many kids we know of. Every kid I see that say Eubank, I think that's his.
I heard
even-
another
every
story
young-
about
every
another one of
Every
his
young
kids.
nigga that say Eubank, I think that's his. Word to mother.
Even his nephew his too.
If it ain't family, it's his. And that's what his that's what his son think, because nigga, I'm Chris Eubank Jr. and you wasn't around.
According to Google, he has 5 children. And only one of them do not have his last name.
So bro, when it comes to that shit, it's like I don't have no problem with that nigga being like, nigga, when y'all keep talking about my dad, what the fuck that mean? I don't care about that nigga,
nigga,
bro.
you
I'm my
ain't
own
shit.
man.
You 30 years old and never won a title, nigga. That's what that
Nigga.
means. We gotta talk about your daddy to keep you relevant, nigga.
Here's the problem. I'm listening to my dad when I should be listening to myself. You want me to fight like you, nigga? I'm not you. Yeah, I can fight, but I'm not you.
Yo,
but
Pop.
you want me to fight like, bro? Hold on. Are y'all subscribed to Chris Eubank Senior's YouTube channel?
No.
I didn't even know he had one.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. He already got his son losing.
Damn.
Yeah, because they.
Hold on, he picked his son to lose.
He picked his son to lose because he won't listen to him. So I'm in tune to this shit, bro. I'm not just talking from what I think. I'm in tune to this shit. I'm not copying shit. I'm a content creator. I watch it. He got his own YouTube. Type in Chris Eubank Senior YouTube channel. He's sitting there with his books behind him and his suits. And he's acting like So if you was a nigga and your dad wasn't around and he trying to tell you, nigga, you should fight how I fucking tell you, how the fuck would you feel?
He didn't want his son to take the fight the first time.
You feel like, nigga, listen, I fought like how you told me to. I did whatever you told me to. I got my ass whipped. I got away from you. I ain't lost sense. And I look great. Nigga, fuck you.
Yeah, he lost to Liam Smith.
He was still fucking with his dad when he lost to Liam Smith. When he got away from Liam Smith, he went to BMB, one fight. Then he went to the last 2 fights was I forgot the nigga name over there in the UK. And he looked great the last 3 fights.
I think the main reason why he lost to Liam Smith, because remember, he was supposed to fight Conor Ben back then. That motherfucker lost all that weight because they was doing the catch weight. And then
he started putting weight back
on.
No. He had ample enough time. He had ample enough time.
Nah. Let me land it real quick. He put some weight back on a month later after losing all that weight. He had to lose weight again a month later, and then got in the ring with Liam Smith. That's when you losing weight like that, bro.
So
especially
again, you telling me. Again, you telling me I'm fighting a legacy fight that fuck the US, the UK is going nuts for at the time. So you telling me not to take it. So I'm so defiant with you, I'm gonna take it. Then this nigga can't make the fight. So then I take the Liam Smith fight. I lose that fight fighting how you want me to fight and how you think I should fight.
He was winning the fight. He just got caught.
And what I'm telling you is he got away from his dad right after that. He went to B&B for one fight. And
man.
I don't think he was with his dad at that point.
No, he wasn't with his dad. That was
he
Roy
was
Jones
with his
coaching.
dad, bro. Roy
Jones was coaching that fight.
I'm not saying that Roy wasn't coaching him, but his dad was still in the mix. After that fight, since the rematch in his last two fights, his dad has not been in the mix at all. Trust me when I'm telling you, bro. I've been in the mix with this shit. I've been over there looking. He has not been in the mix. And if you look, I'm just telling you, if anybody look the shit up, Chris Eubank Senior shit, bro, he already picked his son to lose this fucking fight.
He didn't want his son, but he didn't want his son to take it the first time anyway. But I sent you a video and I want you to play that shit. That shit it's a perfect amalgamation of senior and junior's relationship in the ring. Them niggas are just weird.
Trash.
It's something going on.
It's
something going on.
They got a trash ass like, bro. It's like
what you mean by there's something going on?
It's something. If you watch the video, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. If this nigga Pop will play it.
Hold on, I'm gonna play what you're talking about.
It's like you just look at that shit and you say, how the hell is this nigga? Why the hell would this nigga even have his father in his corner? He had to get away from him.
Oh yeah. You know, sometimes it's like oil and water, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, at the end of the day, man, I don't know why he arguing with his pops. His pops is the one who was the real one.
Bro,
that is true. That is
bro,
true.
I don't have to do what you. I don't fight like you.
But Eubank was trying to fight like Roy Jones, right?
No, that's what his dad was telling him to do.
But he was excelling when he was fighting like Roy Jones. That's what I'm saying. He was excelling when he was fighting like Roy. Roy had him doing his thing.
True be told, he just did not want to be with that. And then when he got, and since he been away from him, the rematch and the two fights since then, when he looked his best, he ain't had his dad in his corner. What I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that Chris Eubank is hard head anyway. When he first started, he ain't had no trainer. That motherfucker was just trying to do everything on his own. And then when he got his ass whooped by fucking the other UK dude. I forgot his name. The one that lost to Canelo.
Liam
then
Smith.
All of a sudden, that
how many losses does Chris Eubank have?
Like 3.
Is it 3? I thought he had 2.
He got a couple losses. He lost to. I know he lost to Callum Smith. I think
he lost to Billy Joe.
I lied. George Rose. I know he lost to George Rose.
Oh yeah, George Rose. Yeah, you're right. And Billy Joe. Right.
Yeah, and Billy Joe. Yeah, so that's 3.
Hold on real quick. This is the mark you got.
You can't share a screen, it nigga. That nigga just staring at him. He's just staring at him for a full minute. He's not saying a word to him. He still ain't said a word to him. He's just staring him dead in his eyes. Like, why the fuck would I want to deal with that shit? And we can't even see what you're trying to put up to the camera, Pop. But
Oh,
no,
my
I
fault.
just thought that shit was
I
freaky.
mean,
he
he
probably
ain't do
That shit's
shit.
freaky as
I
hell.
mean, nigga, he didn't do nothing but just stare at him and then get out in the ring.
Man, he probably looking at his son like, man, you disappoint me, man. You ain't no motherfucking Lee Bank.
No, hell nah. That shit was freaky as hell. And that nigga was doing all different type of facial expressions to him. Didn't say a word to him, just kept staring him in his eyes. That's weird. I don't want that. I don't want that type of energy around my work. That's all I'm saying.
Especially when probably the first time he worked with Bomac, right? He was able to be free and not have to worry about that type of shit. And beat the shit out of Liam Smith. And then when he went overseas, and the guy he trained with overseas is no slouch. I can't think his fucking name. He one of the top motherfuckers over there. He won both of them fights.
Bomac big ass can't even get in the ring.
So when it comes to that,
Hey man, don't be attacking Bomac like that, man. He's trainer of the year, man. Cut it out.
You gonna get
Hey, I
Goose
attack
come up,
all of them
Goose gonna come
equally.
up here.
T.O. Senior, the trainer of the year too. Go ahead.
So when it comes to that, I'm just like, I really got I got Chris Eubank, especially kind of being with none of the the special eggs.
Special eggs.
Yeah, I don't think he can do anything with that.
Organic.
Yeah, coming to the May 2nd fight, the May 2nd card, with it's not gonna be accessible to the public. You got Teofimo versus Ona Barboza, Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez, Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. How y'all feel?
I hope somebody gets put to sleep.
Rockabye, baby.
Out of all three fights, but who you want to get put to sleep?
I want Ryan to get put to bed, and I want T.O. to get put to bed.
Damn.
Ryan winning that fight, and I'm going for Barbosa.
He probably
Anybody else?
is. Rolly is probably going to get viciously beaten up, but I hope he could just land one of them retarded shots like I usually do.
I was getting ready to say you can't count him out though, man, because he got that power. You know what I'm saying? So it is real. His power is real. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you hit Rolly on the chin, man. That motherfucker going
Yeah,
night
that
night.
nigga, boy, that nigga chin, woo, that nigga chin like paper and shit.
Remember
Fuck
Yeah,
glass,
Happy
nigga.
Easter.
that old man was putting the beats on his ass and shit.
That nigga
Them niggas
rolling
fought
chin.
in them niggas fought in May, and he said Happy Easter. Damn,
Look, man,
beat to
that
death.
nigga, hey, listen, he might have, look, you never know when that fight happens, man, with that age shit. I think Conor Ben gonna come in there determined, bro.
I got on that May 2nd card. I got every A side winning that fight. I'm not gonna lie.
Who?
I got Tio winning. I got Devin winning. I got Ryan winning on that May 2nd card.
Theo should win the fight regardless, though. You know what I'm saying?
That
He
just
got,
means
he,
I got them winning like every one of them.
How,
but I'm going for the
how
underdog in
do
that
y'all
one.
feel about T.O. being the undercard, being
Only
the
champion.
opener? Yeah, being the opener for a card in his hometown. How do y'all feel about that?
That let
I'm
that,
okay with it because of his antics. I'm okay with it because of his antics.
What
that
about
lets him
Ryan
know.
antics?
Hold on. I'll be real with you. Tio's from Brooklyn. Fighting at Times Square, that's Manhattan. If you know, it's totally different. It's only less than an hour away, but you might as well be in a different state. Just be truthfully honest with you. Tio agreeing to this shit. He's getting out of boxing purgatory with this fight. So he like be truthfully honest with you because we talking shit with your promoter, trying to trying to go to Canelo, trying to go to the Sheik, trying to negotiate while you still on the contract. He getting out of
Trolling
boxing.
people with bananas. And
Yeah, I
fucking
mean that's the least of his words when it comes to fucking with them damn white folks when it comes to your money. But he definitely dealing with getting out of boxing purgatory. This he should win the fight. I want Devin to win the fight, and Ryan should win his fight. I think Ryan should win by knockout. Devin should win by majority decision. Teofimo should get a stoppage or definitely majority decision. Canelo, I don't even want to talk about that. Let's talk about what one of the shits T had, because it was kind of like not breaking news, but just something he was talking about. Shu-Shu versus Ray Vargas may be next. How y'all feel about that? Before we get out
I'm
of
with
here.
it. I'm with it. Shu-Shu though. Shu-Shu.
Because Shu-Shu had a great outing. Ray Vargas is already solidified. How do you really feel about that? Because everybody it was a question mark for Shu-Shu until last weekend.
I think that's a good fight. I still believe Shu-Shu need to get that African dude a rematch, man, because he really lost that one.
I mean, you can, but Shu-Shu looking for their belt now, bro.
Yeah, but Ray Vargas ain't got no belt.
Nope.
So fighting the African dude, that's kind of a backtrack because Ray Vargas has a bigger name. So I'm definitely trying to catch that.
No, I'm saying that African dude really beat him. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get that. You gotta run that back.
Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Ray Vargas is champion in recess.
Okay, I got one for you, Pop.
Yeah.
I got one for you because I be fucking with my homeboy that pretty much just covers Asian fights. It's this fight is looking to be built. I don't know if it's gonna happen in Japan or the USA, but Kashiro. No. Where's my guy at? Where is he at again? Hold on. My boy Taraji, Kenshiro Taraji, is looking to move up and challenge Bam Rodriguez, and they seriously talking about making that fight. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. I think Taraji might be able to pull off the upset of the year.
Man, AC, man, I think you be rolling with the Shaolin Temple too much, man.
Bro,
No
I'm
way
just
in
going
hell.
by the stats and the numbers, bro.
He ain't
Right.
beat no. You think he gonna beat Bam Rodriguez?
Bam got a lot
Hell no.
See,
At
what y'all
115?
see, you asking me a question and you won't let me answer because
I didn't even say nothing.
no,
I just asked the question.
but basically the same way I did the deep dive study when I looked at Soko versus what's his name? When you really break down Bam Rodriguez's resume, bro, it's a lot of suspect niggas that are in these weird ass triangles. You feel what I'm saying? And Bam will fight the guy that's winning out of that triangle, the guy who had the most recent win with the biggest name. So yeah, he might have recently lost to a guy that was like 5-48. You feel what I'm saying? And then the guy who was 5-48 loses to this other guy. And then the guy who was 5-48 gets to fight someone else again. And then he wins that fight. Bam fights that dude. And it's just like, oh shit. That's crazy work right there. Yeah, it just made me say, you know what? I don't know if Bam wins this because his resume looks sus. Like when you really break down his resume, that shit is suspect as hell.
I ain't going that far, man.
Then break it down. Man. Then listen.
Man, Bam, I'm gonna tell you what, man.
The same way you came at me when you said you went back and looked at it. Please, and whatever your decision is, it's your opinion. That's how you feel. But check out Bam's resume, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about.
Nah, I mean, I know what you're trying to say. You trying to say he fought just people with names, but they were washed. I don't know, man. I look at it like this, man. Bam fought the same dudes that people accused Nayo or Inoue of ducking. You know what I'm saying? Bam went there and washed them dudes, and then all of a sudden, and then now they criticize it. Yo, Bam's the real deal, man.
I get it, and I look at Bam, and that's why it was a hard
Bam
pill
Bam.
for me. It was a hard pill for me to swallow, but I can't deny what I'm looking at on the screen when I'm picking out some of his fights, and I'm like, oh my God, oh no, oh that looks ugly. Damn, Bam, bro, come on, Bam, and word is a lot of people feeling that this is bad. Bam gonna take this loss. He get in the ring with Taraji, he gonna get lost and get exposed. And I'm like, where the fuck are you guys getting that? I see the numbers, but wow, y'all trying to talk now like Bam ain't shit. Nah, his resume is this and fucking around with a nigga like Taraji, and Taraji got some American fighters on his joint. He got some really, good Latin fighters as well. So it's like,
I mean, like you got the fight, those Latin fighters from Mexico, like those cab drivers and shit. I mean, yeah, I mean, that ain't hard. I'm all right. I'm gonna go look at this Taraji dude, man. I hope he ain't.
No, what I'm saying to you is, you could look at Taraji, but you could also go back and look at Bam's resume. And when you look at his resume, you're gonna see some suspect shit up in there. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to find one of the guys right now that I was talking about. You feel what I'm saying? Because the way when you on the glimpse, the way you read it, it's like, yo, it looked like he done fought some heavy competition. But then when you look at these guys that are like 50-5, and then you really break down who they 50-5 against, it's like, whoa. Oh, that's nasty work right there. You 50-5, and most of the fights that you fought are 6 and 8 rounders. You probably you feel what I'm saying? So it gets a little weird, bro. It does get a little weird.
I'm just saying, man. Bam got victories over Sarissa Cat, Wadras, and motherfucking the Mexican dude. I forgot his last name.
I'm not taking that away from him. I'm not taking that away. I'm taking away some of the heavy suspect shit that's there compared to some of the consistencies that you'll see on this dude's resume. Now, I'm also gonna say this: Taraji does have a lot of fights that are just in Japan, and sometimes fighting in that bubble, it's 50-50. Because I don't know the level of competition when you fight in a bubble like that. Just like trying to read a guy that's coming out of Mexico, and he's only got 2 American fights and 30 fights in Mexico. But he's showing everybody that he got power and he could crack. So it's like, I really, really got to see what's going on with him. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just going by what's being said about the fight in Japan. So I feel y'all. I feel because we're more familiar with Bam Rodriguez, familiarity and recent bias is going persuade us, mostly because we saw Bam in an impressive stoppage. You feel what I'm saying? In an impressive stoppage, he owned up a bad performance, then got an impressive stoppage. So, it is what it is.
All right, I'm gonna go investigate this Taraji dude, man. I just hope he ain't the hype job that you had when you was talking about fucking Sasaki ass and shit.
I'm still. Hey, listen, I never gave Jen Sasaki a hype job. I've always said, yeah, he got work. Yes, he did take a loss, but when I look at this guy work, he looks to me like he is going to be a problem. And a lot of Asian fighters look at a lot of people in Japan look at Jin Sasaki like between Jin Sasaki and Taraji, those are the two fighters that the Japanese market is saying if they can break into the American market, they will be the superstars Inoue could never be because there was just something weird about Inoue. People like his style when he's in the ring, but he's not bringing that charisma. Both Taraji and Sasaki are guys that bring that different energy, that excitement. You want to hear them talk. They're funny. They're this, and that. So this is This is why these two guys, at least in Japan, are being pushed that way. Whether or not they could do it once they get over here, I don't know. We got to see what these niggas do in the ring. You feel what I'm saying? But just by breaking down everything, their numbers and everything, for me at this point, and I've been wrong about people who won fights and lost fights or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? I swore up and down that there was no way that Adames was going to beat my guy Shiraz. But whether it's a hand injury like Shiraz is saying or Adames just had the better game plan on that night, I felt that your draw was a robbery to Adames.
And now that nigga Shiraz moved up.
Huh?
That nigga Shiraz moved up in weight now.
Maybe that was it. Maybe he just didn't have anything in his gas to really fight at that level at 160. Because when you look at him, he's a big nigga. Like, that dude is big. And you're a big, skinny dude. So if you moving up, cool. I ain't got no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? I really ain't got no problem with that. But, hey, I just want to be, the guy that say, hey, listen, you might want to look at this guy over here. He's showing some promise, and he's showing like he might be doing something. And if I always look at people breaking down everybody's box rec and they shit like that, hey, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck about what we see. So that's just it for me. That's where I like to stay. And for me, I'm also looking at a lot of what content creators that are covering other parts of the globe.
I'll check out Taraji, man.
Mm-hmm.
If I see a lot of flaws, I ain't gonna take him serious because I see a lot of dudes coming out of Japan, and they ain't what they advertise. It's like it's only two dudes I see that's really out it. That's Inoue and that other dude.
Takahi or whatever the fuck his name is. I think I know.
The one that fought in the U.S. a couple of times, the Asian dude.
Yeah, that's. I think his name starts with a Taka something. I don't Takami some shit like that. You talking about the dude that's he's at like 140 or 147?
No. He's a little dude. He like a weight class under Inoue.
Okay.
It's the dude that knocked out the one of the
Nakatani. You got
Nakatani.
Takai, you got Takai,
Nakatani
and Tatsumi and Nishidi. Now here's the funny thing: every motherfucking champion at 118 is Japanese. Look at the investment of what ESPN has been, or Top Rank, not ESPN, what Top Rank has been doing in showcasing Japanese fights. They even started showcasing Japanese female fights. So the Japanese market, you feel what I'm saying, is starting to really, really make some noise. And according to Brian Norman Jr., he like, yo, that Japanese bag is looking crazy right now. So they trying to get some viability to it and bring big American names over. Whether or not they'll be able to beat a lot of these big American names, I don't know, but it just seems exciting to me. That's just the way I'm trying to look at it. You feel what I'm saying? Junto is nice too. Junto is another dude, but he
Yeah,
might fall in that.
Nocturnal.
Yeah, he might fall in that Inoue category because outside the ring, Junto doesn't do a lot of interviews and he's not really that vocal. What the fuck is this dude's name? So I think it's like a little Filipino dude with glasses and shit like that that's always covering these Asian fights and shit like that. I forgot the name of his channel and shit, but I've been watching him for like years. And he used to cover some Spanish fighters, and then he just went to the Asian market, and I guess that's where he found his niche. Because he's like always in Japan. Sometimes you'll see him in Korea. Um, you just,
A Filipino guy.
I think he's Filipino. He looks Filipino to me.
Where's he from?
He's from the U.S. He's from the U.S., but he has a boxing channel. What the fuck is this?
I mean, I know a Puerto Rican dude that be covering the Asian market. That's fucking Daniel. I forgot his name. His channel.
Nah, his name is definitely not Daniel. It's boxing something, but you know, he does a in my opinion, he does one of the best jobs out of all the people that I do see cover Asian boxing. Like he's at the fights, he's in the gyms, he brings translators and shit like that. He's been, if I'm correct, it might be Sean Tizelli. He's been partnering up with him. They've been co-hosting and doing fight calls and shit. The little dude that be sitting right next to Sean Tizel when they do fight calls. Is any of that ringing a bell to you?
Nah. It's like I said, I know a Puerto Rican dude. I forgot the name of his channel. That's always covering the Asian market. He used to be making joints. He used to troll the shit out of Canelo. But now he does the True School Sports. That's what I was thinking of. True School Sports.
Yeah, True School is Puerto Rican. I thought the nigga was Filipino.
Nah, it's
Oh,
I think his father is actually from Puerto Rico because he be having his pops on there with him.
Oh, okay. Because like I said, I remember him covering the Latino fighters in the beginning, heavy. Like that's what he was doing, and then he just went over to the Japanese market and he found his niche. But I could have sworn True School was always Asian. I had no idea that dude was Puerto Rican.
Yeah, he Puerto Rican.
Wow, that's crazy work. For real. I'm sitting here going through all my subscriptions and shit like that to try to find I was looking for his channel and shit, but I've been fucking with True School for a minute.
Yeah,
Wow.
True School came to my he commented on one of my videos a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I made a video because he was a big Andre fan, right? So I made a video about Andre at the time where a lot of people was avoiding him, and he came in my video and commented on it.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. All
Hey,
right.
that's sad what fucking happened to Andre, bro. How he just got blackballed.
Are you talking about now or before?
I'm talking about before.
Oh
You know, yeah, he couldn't get a fight to save his fucking life.
Yeah,
But,
that's what happened when you
but
pick a low
that's
management team or
mhm.
against the grain and shit
They
like
put
that.
that nigga on. They put that nigga on the shelf.
That's a fact.
nah,
And
he was
then
fighting.
would nobody fight him, right? He couldn't get no fights, even though the guy was
Yeah, he couldn't
on
get
the
no
same
fights.
network. He couldn't get no fights.
Yeah, facts. That's why I was tripping. I'm like, damn, because I was excited, and then I see him. He fights Benavides, and Benavides put them paws on. I'm like, damn, bro.
But bro, I think Andre, if he would have stayed at 54 or if he would have just stayed at 54 and got some of the Julian Jackson smoke, and some of those who else was looking to try to fight him? Julian Jackson,
Julian Jackson.
Yeah,
Julian Jackson, old school dude.
no, whatever the new dude is, Julian, whatever,
Oh,
Julian.
J Rock.
Yeah, J Rock. Yeah, damn, I said Julian Jackson. J Rock. Yeah. But when J Rock was trying to fight him at 54, Tony Harrison was trying to fight him at 54. He was acting like these dudes wasn't nothing, like they wasn't on his level. And I was like, they names, bro.
I don't
They
remember them
names.
dudes trying to fight him.
Bro, when all of go back and remember when
I remember.
all of them was at 54. Everybody was
No,
damn near at 54.
Yeah, but a
But
lot of those dudes weren't trying to fight it. I think the only one that was really trying to fight him was Laura.
yeah, Laura was one of them.
Yeah.
Laura, when he was running around saying he can't get a fight, I believe J Rock after one of his fights, he had an impressive win. He said, "Yeah, give me Jared Hurd or Boo Boo Andre." You feel what I'm saying?
But remember the PBC blackballed Demetrius Andre because of the Jamel Charlo situation.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is at 54 when they were all there before
You got that
Demetrius
chapstick?
Andre
You got
signed,
chapstick?
before he signed to DAZN and shit like that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They blackballed him because of the Jamel Charlo situation. Remember, him and Jamel Charlo was supposed to fight, and then he tried to lowball Demetrius Andre, and then that fight fell through. So from there, the PBC had a grudge against Andre.
Maybe so. I'm a little foggy on that, so I don't want to try to debate it and say some goofy shit. But I just always felt like, some of the other fights that seemed like they could have been made, you just kind of shrugged those names off like they weren't big enough names for you. Like, nah, I'm only going after the big fights and the biggest names, and you feel what I'm saying? So I guess for some people they could say, nah, he was trying to fight Charlo, he was trying to do this, but I was like, yeah, but those are still good names because everybody was undefeated at that point.
No, he been drinking like a motherfucker. Did you smell that? Damn.
So I'm like, if they was all undefeated and you could have handed out those first O's, I think you might have had more leverage when it came down to a lot of other.
100. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I'm buying some. I thought I muted myself, my bad. But no, what is it? What is it?
But that's all I'm saying about Andre.
But
there was a time where I agree he was blackballed and pushed out, but for me, leading up to that, I just thought there was some fight for you. Might have not been the biggest names that you wanted, but they were just opportunities for you to stay busy and stay relevant.
Well, I feel y'all on that one. And we on that one. Before we get up out of here, y'all on the lane, y'all playing anywhere where we was at these last three and a half hours.
That's all I got to say. I'm gonna go first, man. I like to go first now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, on to the next one. Keep up the good work. Good dialogue.
Anybody else next?
Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate you having me on, man.
Appreciate you pulling up too.
Same thing, man. Just great show, great work, great energy. You feel what I'm saying? Some valid points made on some interesting fights and different perspectives. On to the next one, bro. Keep up the good work.
Crush T, man. I don't even know if T is still in the damn building. He might have went somewhere. Before we get up out of here, y'all got anything to say? And on to the next one, y'all. We up out of here.
Searching for words, a lone wolf immersed in the herds of lamb chowder, tan powder from the first to the third. The manpower when the merchants are served would only wait, then flood them with gram showers when the thirsts emerge. Just like I'm here to live my life as a sin. I'm only human in class, the only student, so I'm writing within. No need for pen, no need for piece of paper. I need to win, I need to weed and vapor. Leaf flouted in the need of baker. Annihilation after hibernation. Hunger pains after the cryrations, praying under condensation. The thunder came amongst the sod of Satan. The sun is changing and the fire's blazing patient and my time is racing. And I rely on intuition, but we stand in the demand and our supply is insufficient. What we do, expand the grams and cut the ties within the vision. Whatever, hand in hand, split it to prize and was the mission. There's a jungle in the streets outside, no man is safe. There were hundreds of police outside, we can't escape, we dying. Can't relate, but we try it and can't erase. Forgive and not forgive, that we strive and stand with faith, but it's hard. I write my life in every single song. If you relate, then you can sing along. Strive and stand with faith, but it's hard. I write my life in every single song. If you relate, then you can sing along. Oh my God. You see that Jonesy motherfucker that just ran out of here? That's real paper right there. That's real clientele. Try 800. There's something wrong with your shoulders or something.